All right, everybody. Hope we are all doing well on this beautiful Saturday evening. I am joined tonight by a very special guest, former chat rat, now on the stream. My guy Tommy obviously auditioned for the Flock League, made it to the finals, got absolutely hosed in the interview process. But now he's on stream. Tommy, how are you doing, brother?
Man, doing great. I wish I could put into words how this feels. Not even a month ago, I was stressed out of my mind making pizzas with Sammy Stacks in my AirPods on Saturdays. I would work Saturday nights, the worst time to work pizza. But now I'm on a stream with Sammy. So a lot of emotions. This is super crazy, and I'm really grateful to be here.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, dude. Super happy to have you on tonight. We're gonna have a good time. We got MTX in the chat. We got Drip, the Notorious, who was on with us last night. Moneyline K, the Ladster, making an appearance. My guy Danny, of course. Flockonimus is here. Fear Dill, Cash Money, Darcy O'Hare, Chris, who was at the meetup. Shout out Fantasy Football Garage. Had a great time talking to Chris. 206 Kid, who I believe is in our draft tonight. Yeah, so we are drafting a real 2026 fantasy football team tonight on stream. Tommy is in the league with myself. We are going to get this thing kicked off in just about 10 minutes. I am drafting out of the 2-hole this evening. Tommy out of 3-hole. Now, in the randomizer, Tommy drew, I believe, the 8th pick. But, you know, it's a free country here. So we allow, if anybody wants to trade spots, they can. And Tommy decided he wanted to draft directly next to your boy. What went into that decision?
So I think if you don't get one of the big five, obviously Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, Jamar, Puka, JSN, I think your draft it's hard. It's hard to recover in certain areas. So I really just wanted one of the big five. The 4-hole is fine, but I'm extremely high on Jamar Chase this year. We'll see what happens, right? The draft hasn't started yet, but
who knows?
Yeah, I'm extremely high on Jamar Chase, so I'm hoping once I was able to slide over to that 3 spot, I was pretty happy, feeling pretty good. So we'll see.
Yeah, dude. I mean, hey, you gotta beat the best to be the best. That's what they say. So 206 Kid saying he's drafting from the Mariners game. That's a blast, dude. Baseball game and a fantasy football draft. I can't. It doesn't get any better than that. Drew says, Sammy, rate your draft 1 to 10. I assume he's talking about the Flock League. We talked a bit about the Flock League last night. I thought Danny and I killed it, dude. I thought Danny and I absolutely crushed it. We, people can talk expert average on the site, all this kind of stuff. Danny and I, this is a line from a very interesting fantasy football player, Rome the host. I love my rankings, man. Those are my rankings, dude. And Danny and I are very, very happy. Waddle with that big play in the preseason last night. All the news out of Bears camp, Colston Loveland, dude. That one clip, I pinned it to the top of my Twitter of Danny and I. Look, actually, Tommy, I wanted to talk to you about this. So Tommy was the man behind the camera in the confessional room with the red curtain in the back. And it's so funny, Tommy, I noticed when I was watching the draft vlog yesterday, the entire time I keep on looking up at you. Well, everybody else is like dead on the camera. I keep on getting distracted looking at Tommy's cute face behind the camera. I don't know. I couldn't stop myself, I guess.
We were that was so interesting because two people sharing one team. So Danny would look at the camera and talk to the camera, and the other guy, you being the other guy, where do you look? Where do you put your hands? What do you do? Where do you move?
There's a lot of that.
Y'all did a great job. Y'all were a couple of the other Flock League guys did this as well, but y'all were definitely at the top of the list in this aspect. But every time y'all came into the room, you'd be like, "Dude, this happened. Oh my gosh!" And I'd be like, "I love this. Sit down and talk about it."
It's Danny, bro. It's Danny. Danny comes in and he's trying to tell Tommy all this crazy stuff. He's like this, and Tommy's like, "Bro, I need you to tell the camera. I need you to tell the camera. I want to hear it, but I'm gonna hear it when you say it in 2 seconds."
Yeah,
dude. Yeah. So Danny says that it's a 9.5 out of 10 but 10 out of 10 once Travis Hunter takes over. So that's what we're rocking with. I had Doomsday here asked if we're doing any best ball tonight. So what I think I'll do is I think I'll set a light goal, and if we hit the light goal, we'll run a best ball draft like we did last night, pasting the link into the chat. I've yet to decide what that goal will be, but we'll figure that out during the draft. Tommy, the other thing I wanted to ask you about before we get kicked off in a few minutes here, I saw a certain tweet of yours, which was the man standing up in the crowd meme, saying that you didn't think Brandon Aubrey was a bad pick, and I've been dying all day to ask you what the thought process is behind Brandon Aubrey in the 9th round being explainable.
Man, I'm trying to keep it together. So this might be boring. This might diminish the tweet a little bit. I don't think Aubrey in the 9th was necessarily a good pick. I don't think it was a good pick. I don't think it was a great pick. But I don't think it was a bad pick, personally. Because I look at all the guys who were picked in the 9th round. And this is not very fair to y'all because y'all were drafting from the 112 or the 12 spot. But Travis Hunter, we're not quite sure how many points he's going to score on offense just yet. We're not sure what this season looks like for him. But Aubrey, and this is fun actually. This is the real question. This is where I need your help. Is Aubrey not a lock for 9 to 11 points per game? I would think he's a lock for at least 9 to 11 points. And so in Travis Hunter, he might play cornerback.
Yeah.
The entire game. So I don't think it was a great pick. I don't think it was a good pick, but I don't think it was a bad pick because he is a lock for a decent amount of fantasy points, and other kickers are going to be able to do that too. But on that consistency level as Aubrey, I don't hate it. I don't hate the pick. But what do you think?
Well, look. I think you're coming from the correct angle, which is that it's hard for a 9th round pick to be absolutely atrocious, right? It's a 9th round pick. It's not. There's not a lot of investment there. It was funny that it was like he was pretty sure that somebody was taking him in the next 2 rounds, and then nobody would have. Nobody would have touched a kicker until the 12th, I think. Only one other kicker gets drafted. We're drafting a month out from the season. Look, for the content, obviously, it's really funny how everybody reacted and stuff, and it is crazy. The reality is, the idea that we're going to look back and go, Rome taking Brandon Aubrey really tanked his season, that's just not going to be the case. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not enough of the other guys available. The fact that he went ahead of Jalen Hurts is the craziest part to me, stuff like that. And he didn't. Rome didn't have a quarterback at that point, but. I mean, in reality, away from the content, it's not going to sink his season, even if it was a crazy decision.
Yeah,
I thought
exactly.
I thought the no wide receivers through 5 rounds was a lot worse.
And see, that's the thing, because Aubrey he's the best probably fantasy kicker, and will be that way for a while, even though he was number 2.
He was 3 last year.
He was 3.
This is the thing, dude. It's it's also that. It's the fact that he wasn't even. He has this aura about him that he's this, the best kicker of all time. He wasn't even the best. He wasn't. He was 3rd in total points last year, behind Cam Little, and behind who was the other one? I'm blanking on who the other one was, but he was 3rd. It might have been Dicker. It might have been Dicker. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. See that? Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. With Rome's draft specifically being extremely weak at wide receiver, it does make that Aubrey pick stick out like a sore thumb, whatever the saying is. So I think he didn't, him drafting the receivers and drafting the way he did, the Aubrey pick, it didn't help his case by any means.
It was everything stacked on each other, right? It's it's already going. We're already all crazy surprised, and then he does that, and Flock on was here. He said it's demon time right before the pick. He knew what he was doing, right? He kind of knew. He kind of knew what he was doing there, which is that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. We got Notorious in the chat talking to Ladster. Killer Potato Fish. Yeah, it's not an IDP league. That would be fun though. Imagine the Flock League was an IDP league. Travis, I mean,
Wow.
we should switch that right now, I think.
That'd be crazy.
I'm wondering if
God.
I was talking to Mason about whether or not Travis Hunter should get points for a pick six. I don't know what the verdict on that is, but I would absolutely love that. Imagine imagine how crazy Danny and I would go if Travis Hunter had a pick six.
Bro, that would be. Danny's already pretty much the funniest person in the entire planet.
This Danny performance deserved an Oscar, bro. Genuinely, like 10 out of 10. Oh my god, the shedding a tear with the Loveland Water, like it doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't.
It doesn't. I told him I've been on sets. For those who don't know, I come from a film and filmmaking background, and I've been on sets with actors who can't pull a tear out of their behind.
Well, that's the thing. Danny didn't have to pull it, brother. That was real.
But Danny didn't have to pull it.
That was real.
That's it. Like he didn't have to pull it, but he knew when to buff it up. And man, that dude's low-key genius. I think genius.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
Great guy to be around, and he's put me on to UFC, so that's exciting.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey man, you want to get into a new sport? Ask the Ladster about it. I've never encountered somebody who was able to know that much about so many different sports as Danny.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Unreal.
Oh, it's crazy. So we're gonna get this thing kicked off. All right. So quick rundown of the settings. It's very, very similar to the Flock League. We don't have kickers though. Okay. So it's a 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, a tight end, 2 flex, a defense, 5 bench, full PPR, 6 point for passing touchdowns. Everything else pretty darn standard. There's a $25 buy-in for this league. These are all subscribers of the channel, of course. And we are going to get it kicked off with At Legion on the clock at the 101. We're doing 2 minutes per pick. Now, I do want to remind everybody who wasn't here last night. Sleeper has been bugging a little bit. Okay? People are getting auto-picked. It's not visually updating when somebody's being picked at certain times. Make sure you have a queue set. This is an easy pick for me. I'm going to take Bijan Robinson, and I imagine Tommy's going to get his favorite wide receiver here at 3.
Yeah, my guy. Yeah, for sure. Good to know about the Sleeper. I didn't know Sleeper was...
Last night was weird, dude. It was really weird. It was like all of a sudden it would just visually, it's working fine on the back end, but the front end, it would just jump a bunch of picks because it got stalled or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So it's good it's working on the front end, but yeah, that sucks about the back end stuff. I don't like to hear that because I like Sleeper, but we'll have to see.
I think visually I really like Sleeper.
Right.
But you're gonna get bugs on every platform. This is why I was saying last night, because last night was $5 best ball drafts, right? This is a $25 managed league. Yeah. I would hate for somebody to get auto picked. The clock's also longer here, so less chance of that. But it'd be so sick. Imagine we could just draft on flockfantasy.com and then import the league into Sleeper. You could do you could do it manually, of course, but yeah. Ladster's saying he's an actor in a different life. And
you're an actor in this life,
bro. He's an actor in this life, dude.
Bro, he is. I'm not kidding. The fantasy stuff is killing, and I'm obviously a huge fan. But acting, we need to kind of bump that up the ranks in terms of Danny's list of things to do. Acting class, and then put him in a film. The dude is born to be in front of the screen.
Dude, he is.
All right. So much fun to watch.
We got a super chat from Adam. Oh. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate that. He's wondering if this is the hot dude who picked in the 12th round. On stream with me, is this the hot dude who picked Cyrus Allen in the 12th round?
Oh! I hear you now. I don't know about hot dude, but this is the guy who is extremely high on Cyrus Allen. I'm falling for the Kansas City Chiefs camp hype. I got a feeling, man.
And many such cases, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got to feel it right there in the heart.
Look, I mean, in a situation you got 165 pounds Xavier Worthy, you got Rashee Rice, bum knee, criminal, probably not actually that good at football, but get PPR scams his way to to good fantasy finishes, there's opportunity here, dude. There's opportunity here.
Definitely.
I think, we said with Aubrey, like 12th round pick. Who did Danny and I take in the 12th round? Like freaking Brian Robinson, probably.
Uh,
So it's
right
like,
before us, y'all took Brian Robinson. I think.
it's you can take whoever you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cyrus Allen. I remember we were talking. You, myself, and Davis were talking about
Yes.
about Brandon Aubrey the
basketball.
day before the draft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was at the basketball. Yeah, you were like, I think what your question was like, how early can I take him, or like how early should he go?
Yeah. So that's correct. Yeah, I was asked because Davis, the Chiefs guy.
Yes.
But yeah, I know you guys are locked in together. So I was happy I was able to ask the both of you guys. And listen, in my home leagues, I'm getting ready for Cyrus Allen round 11, maybe not round 10, but maybe, right? Maybe. But I wanted to hear it, from people who are really, really locked in, especially with the camp stuff, because I'll see what like Underdog posts or like what Sleeper NFL will post. But there's some beat reporters and beat writers that I don't personally follow that I know that you guys do, and I wanted to get your opinion on Allen, and then I asked about Lane and Stribley. It's kind of the big three.
Well, yeah, big three camp hype guys, right? Yeah, it's always hard because like you look at like Jacoby Lane's getting a ton of buzz. Obviously, Denzel Boston, another one. It's like, okay, so the guys who are getting buzz are the ones where their profile is kind of this like highlight contested catch thing. Like, is this the type of thing that like looks really good in camp, but it's not really going to translate once it's full speed and everything? There's a tough balance to grab there. Van asked, would you rather have Achane, Genty, or Chase Brown? I wanted to ask you this. We got the turn happening here. James Cook comes off at 108, and then Genty, Chase Brown, Achane, and then Barkley at the 202. Who do you like at? Obviously, Danny and I selected at the 12 spot in the Flock League. If you're going RB at the 1-2 turn, what's your, like, if you had one league, the two guys you would go with of that running back tier?
Yeah, easy answer for me, honestly. After all the mocks I've done, it's going to be Chase Brown and Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
I think Saquon Barkley repeats or gets close to what he did in 2024. I think they're really ramping him up for a big season, I hope. And then Chase Brown, I think it was Zufa actually who said Chase Brown is like CMC Mini or CMC Light.
To me, he's like Austin Eckler.
Okay.
Right? It's like it's a ton of receiving. It's a similar thing with like the, not a ton of draft capital, but he's on this insanely high-powered offense where touchdown opportunities are going to be plentiful. Obviously, PPR scamming. Yeah, man, I like it. I'm a big Chase Brown guy too.
Yeah, I think Brown just smashes this season if Burrow stays healthy. If Burrow,
that's the thing with the Bengals, right?
Man, yeah, true. I freaking pick Chase, and I know that my season is cooked if Burrow gets hurt.
Well, I think it's better that Flacco's there from the start this time, right? You're not going to have any.
True.
You're not going to have any Jake Browning games, right? Which was a disaster last year, dude. People were like, "Would you rather have?" There were actual conversations before Joe Flacco got traded. Jamar Chase or Quentin Johnston. People were asking the question.
Yeah.
QJ had that crazy start, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's maybe the most talented wide receiver in the league, but with a trash quarterback, it's hard to do anything. And prime example, Sammy, would be who you guys took as y'all's first pick, Mr. Justin Jefferson.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to ask you guys about this. I think trying to get distracted. See who we got. Let me.
Yeah, you're about to be on the clock. I can vamp for a second here while you decide on your pick. XC Cloud. Sorry, mouthful there. Got the stacks and stone start. He went Genty, Jefferson from the 110 here. I really like Jason on the end going Lamb. Achane. Obviously, Lamb does fall to 12 in this one. He wasn't able to fall to Danny and I, unfortunately. And then we Aiden again. Thank you very much, brother. Really appreciate the $2. What injury affected your rankings the most? I mean, in terms of like not actually the guy getting hurt. Obviously, Jaden Higgins, tearing his ACL, that affected my rankings because I took him out of them. But I think it was probably honestly like I really like Juwan Johnson as like a late tight end. Not my tight end 5, like some people might have him, But but as a late tight end to tack on when you're at the end of your draft there if you punt it. So you went George Pickens.
Yeah.
I have a minute and 20 seconds here, and I think what I'm gonna do, I like running with the hero running back from this spot. Now
Nice.
the thing is, here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna take. Ooh, what is it Legion gonna do? Oh, this is tough. I have a decision here because I can talk it out. I don't think Legion would make a pick purely to snipe me, you know? I would hope not. Because there's 2 tight ends here. There's 2 wide receivers. You know what? Oh god, I don't want to live with those.
I'm not receivers.
I'm not going to live with the consequences. I'm going to take Malik Neighbors at the 211, and we'll see what Legion does. What do you like about George Pickens there at the 210?
Bit of a Cowboys guy, so that definitely helps. But I think Pickens reminds me of the Eagles with AJ Brown and Devonta Smith. Like you can start either, and they're going to be really really good, especially in full PPR leagues. They're going to catch a lot of passes, a lot of deep passes. I like Pickens a lot this year. Now here's the thing: there's a guy I like a lot more than Pickens, and that is Nico Collins, who got picked right before.
Houston guy.
Yeah.
Houston guy you are, right? Yeah.
Shout out Houston, Texas. If we have any Texans in the chat, let's hear it. Or any Houstonians. Nico. I think Nico should be, especially with the Higgins news. Tell me what you think, Sammy. I think Nico's got to go maybe after Jefferson.
Really?
I know that's crazy. Because, like, man,
we can talk about
2023, 2024 Nico, man, that was...
Dude, he was nuts. I mean, I took him at the 109 last year in the Flock League, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I have been really high on Nico historically. I think specifically with Jaden Higgins, Mike, what I would say is, like, I think that, like, he was going to get his no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, if you're really high on Jaden Higgins and you thought, like, Jaden Higgins could really cut into Nico, then obviously this is incredibly bullish for him, right? I think, like, from my perspective, there wasn't, like Higgins, if anything, was going to be good for Nico in terms of freeing him up a little bit if he was able to take that next step. I think it's more like, it definitely doesn't hurt. I just think, like, I was expecting Nico to be the alpha, and Jaden Higgins going down doesn't necessarily, like, change that a ton.
Right. That's a good point.
Okay, I'm back on the clock, and Elysian decided not to go with the tight ends. So I am going to get an absolute steal, in my opinion, here. My 17th overall player, Brock Bowers, at the 302.
Great pick. I don't want to say anything.
This is Tommy, man. I was like, does this guy really want to draft next to me? And he does.
Yeah,
we'll see what you do here.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think this one through. That's a fantastic pick. Bowers in the third is a no-brainer. If you don't take him in the third, what do you
It's
do?
complete auto pick for me there.
Yeah. Feeling good at wide receiver, dude. I like Javonte. Do I want 2 Cowboys? I don't know. This is actually crazy.
Hey man, everybody has a plan until they're on the clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is crazy because I really like Breece Hall. Now, what's going on with Breece Hall? Sounds like he's a little banged up.
Yeah, I mean, like he'll be to me, it sounds like he'll be there week 1. He's gonna miss a week, maybe 2. Yeah. Not like me personally, I'm not concerned.
Yeah, shoot, dude. I like a lot of these running backs. I'm gonna go with the boring pick, the safe pick here to the city I'm currently in right now. I'll go Kyren Williams.
Kyren Williams
is my running back 1. It's boring, but I think a point that was made last year that I really liked was that when the getting is good and the Rams are really close and they really need a guy to pick it up in the running back room, it's almost like you would think it's not a complete 50-50 split with Kyren Williams and Blake Corum. I think they do lean a little bit more Kyren.
I agree.
When you know
it really matters.
Pound it. Yeah.
It
really matters.
I'm not super worried about the Corum effect. In terms of Kyren Williams, like I think that we saw his like workload decrease last year, especially down the stretch, but his efficiency increased in tandem with that. So like his production actually didn't go down very much. He was able to just like get better on a per carry basis because he wasn't having to take the massive workload. Right now, I think they paid him. They're financially invested into him at a pretty decent clip. Blake Corum going into a contract year. I do think they're going to lean on the guy that they paid, and obviously you're getting access to a phenomenal offense, which should be scoring a ton of touchdowns. So I think especially in that spot where you are, I did a bunch of drafts with Zach in the different fantasy land leagues, one at the 3 and one at the 4, where I ended up going through 3 rounds, no running back. Obviously Zufa did that in the Flock League as well. It's scary, dude.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's terrifying. Like betting on, I mean, what did he end up with? Zufa went Monty Henderson,
which isn't horrible, but you would feel, you feel a lot better with Kyron.
100%, you would.
Yeah.
There's a world in which Monty is, 2024 Joe Mixon, like that world exists, but
exactly.
It's tough, man, and you end up in a situation where you were like forced into taking a certain position, right?
Yeah, I love that. That's I'm curious, Sammy, what you think of this. Do you think that a team having a really good defense, how big of a factor do you think that plays in fantasy football? Like obviously the Texans with Monty, and then the Rams with Kyron / Blake Corum. Do you think that plays a huge effect on their production this year, or do you think it? Like, what would you say on a scale from 1 to 10?
On a season-long basis, I don't think it would be enough of a. I think a bad defense is you can read into that way more than a good defense. Because even if the Rams defense is like generational, which by the way, like Myles Garrett is great, he's one guy, and Aaron Donald is going to play like 35% of the snaps if he does come back. So
exactly,
those guys are phenomenal, but they're 2 guys. You still have the entire rest of the team. And but even if they are like some generational defense, the Rams are still going to want to score points. Like Sean McVay is not going to, hope he can grind out a bunch of 13-7 wins. You know what I mean? Like this team is going to live and die by Matthew Stafford. So phenomenal defenses like that. Like, would I be more excited if the Texans defense sucked and I was like, they're going to be in a bunch of positive game scripts where Stroud's going to have to throw the hell out of the ball? Sure, but also it's CJ Stroud. That's a lot different than Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? Like, I trust Joe Burrow. I trust Dak Prescott with these horrible... So, like, it plays a factor, but it is never, in my opinion, ever going to be the most important thing.
Gotcha.
And so, like, I genuinely don't think I would find myself ever changing a ranking or changing how I feel about a player based on the strength of their defense. If it's like leaning towards the positive of being a really good team, because obviously we love the Bengals, we love the Cowboys when their defenses are terrible, right?
Yes, exactly. That's a great point. Okay, yeah, I feel the same way. Bucky at the 311. Did you see that?
Dude, sleeper ADP pulls him up. It doesn't matter how. That's just how it goes. Sleeper has him, I think, at 30 in their rank.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah.
Actually,
and I think I mean Zach took him at the 404, I think. So this isn't even crazy high in terms of. I think he's gotten a lot of good buzz. People have been Bucky's a guy that people have been really worried about the last little while, right?
Right.
With Kenny Gainwell coming in, Sean Tucker potentially taking a goal line role. Bucky famously had 0 carries inside the 5 last year. Yeah. But I'm in on Bucky as a late 4th round pick. Late 3rd is a little early for me, but look, Arc Thief here. If Arc Thief loves Bucky, why wouldn't he? This isn't we're not building a portfolio here. This is one league. Wow. I think we have a Rome bot. We have a Rome burner.
Rome bot is crazy.
We have a Rome burner.
We're drafting with Rome.
We are literally drafting with Rome.
Holy moly.
4 running backs through 4 rounds. You can start 4. So, I mean, here's the thing. I'd say I feel safer doing what Rome did or doing what Arc Thief did than going no running backs. I'd rather have no wide receivers than no running backs. I'd rather be balanced. But
Exactly. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, and sleeper ADP is nuts. It's actually insane.
It is all over the place. It is definitely, which is why I would really recommend coming into your drafts with a set of rankings Dude, I'm so excited. So my home league is actually drafting tomorrow.
Nice.
And we switched. We got 1 year of an in-person draft last year with the board and the stickers and everything. And now we're back to remote again. Computers, people are all over the place, which is tough. And I'm like, it's annoying that it's on Sleeper and that like it's not in person stuff, but like I feel like I can, take advantage of this a little bit at least.
Yeah.
And some guys that are buried in ADP, whereas like, I mean, this is like a casual home league. Like I'm the only one who pays attention to fantasy football almost at all, and I'm obviously like on the extreme level of that, right? So, but if somebody wants to take Bucky in the beginning of the third round, go right ahead, by all means.
Let them, right, and then Scatterbo right after. I mean,
with the Najee signing, kind of scares me a little
bit. Yeah, this is kind of nuts, actually. This is, and then T in the fourth, XCC Cloud.
Phenomenal pick, by the way.
Maybe my favorite pick so far.
This is a phenomenal start, dude. Genty, Jefferson, Love, Higgins is a phenomenal start. Incredible.
Crap. Gosh, it's just now hitting me that he got Love 310. Goodness gracious.
The injury scaring people. This run here, Higgins, Loveland, Waddle, all phenomenal picks, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We had Josh Allen, 206. We could have went Josh Allen at the 3-5. Which is obviously a lot earlier than he went in the Flock League.
Yeah, and there we go. I was wondering, who does he take here? He takes ETN. Okay.
See, I do feel like comfortable with ETN as my RB1. Also, I will say, if you are going to go 0 running back through 3 rounds, I do think it is incredibly beneficial, like 206 Kid and Crit did here, trying to get a big advantage at the onesie positions. Because if you are terrible at running back and you don't have an advantage at like anywhere besides wide receiver, like if I'm going to sacrifice that much at running back, I do want to have a bigger advantage at one of the onesies.
Right.
So you're on 100%. The clock. Talk us through your thought process here.
Man, this is tough. I typically, I would like to go running back here. The running backs are gross. So we've already hit. I mean, Montgomery's okay. I'm getting there. I think Woody Marks is going to have a pretty big role, from what I'm seeing on Twitter, and then same with like Travion Henderson. I can totally see him just straight up splitting snaps with Ramondre, if not, Ramondre taking some more. I actually love Judkins, and I'm comfortable taking him at the 410. But then you have Lamar's not a bad pick. Milton's not a bad pick at wide receiver. I'm already feeling pretty good at wide receiver. Double flex. Let me go. I don't want to go too boring here.
You got a whole minute. All right, so if you need, you can take your whole clock if you need it, bro.
Yeah, go chat. What should I do now?
I mean, hey, if you want to get help, I don't know how reliable they are, but
I'm interested to see what the chat thinks between David Montgomery and Quinshon Judkins. What do you think, Sam? Oh, I guess you can tell me. I mean, maybe if you are comfortable with telling.
I am a little lower on Judkins.
Okay.
I just think that. Terrible offense. Probably, I think Todd Monken historically has always wanted to split his running backs, roles and stuff. You haven't ever seen like a true full workhorse with him. You got a bunch of stuff. Right. You got people saying running back Montgomery, Parker Washington here would be crazy.
Low key, I think I like Montgomery. Again, it's kind of ugly. It's kind of safe. But when you start wide receiver in a double flex format, you got to go safe at.
It's safe touches with him, right? Like I think that Montgomery. I think Woody Marks should have a bigger role. I think he also should be better in his role this year. He was forced into this bruiser sort of between the tackles carry guy last year, which wasn't his profile coming out of college at all. He's this phenomenal pass catcher, and Joe Mixon obviously drops a weight on his foot. They signed Nick Chubb. Woody's like forced to be the guy. Yeah. Him in this sort of more subdued pass catching, third down 2-minute drill role, I think will be really good for him. Genuinely, I think it makes the Texans as a whole better. I think it makes Montgomery better, having a guy who can sort of spell him a little bit. I do think that this isn't a guy I don't imagine I'll have a ton of across all my leagues, but he is my 40th ranked player, and he falls here at the 411. I'm going to take Tedero McMillan.
Great pick. Great pick.
Not a guy that I think I'll have a ton of, but even for me, 8 picks past where I have him ranked, I'm happy with doing that. Let me see.
Really good value.
I don't want to miss anything in the chat. Elysian goes Devontae.
So Adams, I had Devonta Adams. So I drafted Rice, Adams, Egbuka, and Olave in my home league last year.
Cooked.
Yeah, and it felt gross in August, and then September I was like, I have the best team in the league, and I did have the best team in the league.
Dude,
but Adams, I got a soft spot for Adams. You had to rely on those touchdowns, but if he was catching those touchdowns, you were having an okay week, especially in full PPR. So, or sorry, not in half PPR, which ours is full PPR. Ours is full PPR. Start 3 wide receivers, Sammy. So
okay,
let me give you the inside scoop. I'll give you the clip. In my opinion, I mean, this probably isn't that crazy, but in my opinion, start 3 wide receivers, full PPR. I have Jamar Chase as the 101.
Wow.
I know that's nuts. It sounds so stupid, and
I don't think it's stupid. I don't think it's stupid at all.
Okay,
I think I think it's not what I would do, but Jamar Chase can have he had the season of all seasons in 2024, right? Like that was like his year. He can do that again this year. He can absolutely do that again without a doubt. Okay, I'm back on the clock. Yeah. I would have loved Bashal Tutin there. I'm not even gonna lie. The running backs are coming off the board fast. I would have loved to scoop up Bashal Tutin, but I am gonna go with another wide receiver here. I'm gonna take Terry McLaurin at the 502. I'm not worried about Stephon Diggs, man. I think that they can both eat. I think Diggs will be in a sort of limited role in terms of how many routes he's running. And I think Terry can still cook, man. I think another double-digit touchdown season is in the cards for him. I believe in Jaden Daniels, of course. It went poorly last year with the injury, but I think he can bounce back here.
Yeah, love that. Yeah, I think I like McLaurin. He feels safe, which again we're kind of having a lot of conversations about safe picks. But when we get to this part of the draft and we start going 5 and below, safe picks are not bad picks, right? So
not at all. Yeah. Well, your guy Judkins falls back to you at the 5-3 here.
I know, Sammy. I know, and I'm also looking at Lamar. I like Tyler Warren a lot. I really like Tyler Warren.
Okay.
And I got a guy who I would have to absolutely reach on, but him as my wide receiver 3, I'd feel really good. Dude, this is actually bad. Okay, wait.
It's tough, man. It's tough. Like you get on the clock and then it's like everything. You know what I found? I found it's gotten easier since I play in more leagues. I'm able to kind of. The Flock League obviously feels like the biggest deal in the world, right?
For sure.
But I find I'm able to just make what I think is the best pick more often because I'm playing in a bunch of leagues with Zach and his community and then doing a few of these myself.
Nice. Yeah, practice makes perfect. You've been practicing. I practice a lot in a lot of mocks, but then Flock League week just didn't do a single mock because we were so busy.
Yeah.
But with that said, I like this guy this year. I like the schedule. I guess give me Judkins. Don't love it, but I don't hate it either. Hoping he can produce at a decent level. The Brown. No, I don't want to take a Cleveland Brown anywhere ever.
Hey man, look. I mean, there are a few players who you could say I think this guy's gonna have 300 carries. Yeah. Judkins is pretty high on that list. Now, obviously, I know Bush is huge on Quinshon. My issue is if the offense sucks, how valuable are those touches going to be? But they could surprise us. Teams surprise us every year, right? Do I think? Obviously, Deshaun had a weird press conference today, talking about he got booed during the preseason game again, which obviously he's going to continue to get booed. And he was he was talking about how he felt disrespected and all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, what is this guy? I saw a good tweet. It was why doesn't he just take all his money that he didn't earn and go live a private life? Yeah. Why does he insist on continuing to be in the public eye? You could just disappear, bro.
You could go off in the mountain. You could go to Boise, Idaho, and disappear. And live a great life with all the money you've made. I don't know, man. I mean, do you think Deshaun Watson starts 17 games, or I mean, how many games?
I think he starts week 1.
Okay.
And then, God, I mean, the thing is like they've seen Shadur, like Monken hasn't, but it's not like a rookie who we're like, oh, we got to see what this guy has. Like if Shadur doesn't, like, they obviously teams bench guys just because they need a change all the time. Like we know this.
Yeah.
I do think it'd be like very thin for him to get through 17. I think he probably plays like 5 or 6. But he could come back in. Like they could then go turn around and bench Shadur. The Browns are the Browns, right?
Yeah. That's a good point.
Aiden with another $2, buying all my coffees this week. Thank you, sir. What would you say was your best/worst value pick? Now, I don't know if he's talking about the Flock League or this draft, but we're gonna give answers for both. Flock League, in terms of best value pick, I would probably say, oh God, I'm gonna like in terms of like market value. You haven't? Okay, hit me.
You guys got Tate at great value. In my opinion.
So I was thinking Tate, but like Danny and I also have him ranked way ahead of ADP. So like in terms of like, I thought it was a great value.
Right.
My thing with Tate is like, why? And I've said this over and over again, but why is he going 2 rounds behind where Tetairoa McMillan was going last year? That's the part that I don't get. Tetairoa McMillan was like a 3-4 turn pick. Now Carnell Tate's a 5-6 turn pick. It's like the exact same bet, in my opinion. It's a top 10 drafted wide receiver who is a very good prospect, who is on an offense that we're like, no idea what it can provide from a passing volume perspective, nor if the quarterback is good at all. With like a pretty good offensive coordinator. Dave Canales, Brian Daboll. Like Brian Daboll, also the guy who had Malik Neighbors with like 170 targets his rookie season. So, yeah.
And this is where your expertise absolutely comes into play, because I feel like the Titans want to throw the ball a lot, especially this season. Where do you think? I mean,
in terms of like, I think they probably would like to. I think they obviously, I think that this team should want to live and die by Cam Ward. Whether or not he is good enough to allow them to do that is a completely different story, right? Gotcha. They're gonna throw the ball as much as Cam allows them to. And if Cam is like not very good, then they're not going to rely on him, and we're going to be more of a run-heavy team. So that's kind of the situation where it's like, you know, they probably want to be, and the defense isn't like phenomenal, right? Like it's a very average defense, so that they would be in a bunch of positive game scripts. It's just whether or not Cam is going to allow them to do that. Now, when they do pass, I do think that Brian Daboll is the type of guy to just pepper his number 1 guys. And is Carnell Tate the same level of prospect that Malik Neighbors was? No, of course not. But he is still the number 1 on this team over Wan'Dale Robinson. Brian Daboll knows what Wan'Dale is. Like,
so you confident? Do you feel that way? Because Rome was saying Wan'Dale.
Dude, and Rome was scrambling looking for the Carnell Tate sticker at the back of the 8th round.
Yeah.
He was going to take him over Brandon Aubrey, and he was like, Tate's gone. I guess I'll take the kicker.
Take Aubrey. Do you think there's any truth to that? I'm really curious. Is there any truth is there any way Wan'Dale can be your team's wide receiver 1?
It depends on how we define it. Like, could Wan'Dale out target Carnell Tate? Like, yeah, I do think that possibility exists. But in terms of like how teams are defending the Titans, how the Titans are like game planning, Carnell Tate is the wide receiver 1 of this team. Wan'Dale Robinson, just his archetype cannot be the focal point of an offense. You know what I mean? Like you can't run your team that way. You need a weapon on the outside. And like Wan'Dale's not even as big as like Amon-Ra, dude. Like he is. So that's the thing. Like I think he's perfectly fine as a slot wide receiver. And I think he's like would I take him in the 7th round? Or where did Rome take him? At the back of the... No, he took him in the 7th. He went Sutton and then Wan'Dale. I don't think it's like terrible. A little early, but like we said, those picks after like in the 7th round and on, it's like a big tier of guys. You can take whoever you want. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, those middle rounds were really fun. I think Jinxie in those middle rounds stepped it up personally. He had one of my favorite teams in the middle chunk. of that Flock League draft? I mean, is there a team in that middle chunk where you're like, hey, this person's absolutely cooking besides your own team?
I thought that, like round 7 onwards, once it gets gross, I thought that I liked what Bush did with Michael Pittman. I had no issue with him pulling up Michael Pittman there. I thought Avery did really well. It's hard to remember what all of those picks were.
Avery, if it's full PPR, I think Avery has the best team. Or excuse me.
Well, it's the Pickens thing. Like, this is why Avery is number 1 on the rankings on the site, because everybody has Pickens at like 25, and he got him in the middle of the third.
Crazy, bro. Oh my gosh. Because it's 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 2 flex. Correct me if I'm wrong in the Flock League.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Okay. So with that said, if it's a start 3 or more wide receiver league, I think Avery crushes because he took a lot of good wide receivers at value.
So he took Parker Washington as his wide receiver 5 before he had an RB2. So like
crazy.
Parker Washington on his bench, which like at that point, like the running back, the next running back was Jonathan Brooks. So it's like
he got who RB2 of Tony Pollard,
and then he went Dobbins right after.
Yeah, not where you want to. In my opinion, not where you want to be. In
honestly, I thought Zach killed it. Zach went Ramondre in the 7th, then he took Jordan Addison, Harold Fannin in the 9th, and then he got Dak in the 10th. I thought that was Zach kind of cooked, dude. He just took he did reach on Bucky a little bit in terms of where he normally goes, but then like he gets the Burden fall to the back of the 5th, grabs DJ Moore in the 6th round. I thought Zach had a great draft.
That Burden fall was insane.
People are worried about just the missing camp thing, which like I always think it gets way overblown. Like with Brees, I was saying this yesterday. Like dude, freaking Devon Achane was injured in camp last year.
Exactly.
And like he had this like little ankle thing, and then he ended up being absolutely fine. Mm-hmm. So it's like we always have these little tiny injuries that feel it's so scary, right? Because you're like, oh my god, Brees Hall, my 3rd round pick could just be hurt. That's terrible.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you don't But then, like, when it's week 4 and they say, oh, Brees had a little groin thing, he'll be, he might be out a week. You're like, okay, hopefully he comes back. We can't, get into in-season mode when we're in the off-season.
You can't. And I experienced that firsthand because I took Rashee. I have 2 really big home leagues that I value very much. And I took Rashee Rice in both.
Wow. Was this like post suspension?
This was pre. This was August 12th of last year. I want to say August 12th, August 13th.
You didn't know he was out 6 games yet when you took him?
Zero clue.
Ah, damn.
Zero clue. It was rough for one of the leagues. Wide receiver was rough. The other one where I took the value with Adams, Olave, Buka. Luckily, I was able to survive, and then Rashee came back and things were good. But like you can't draft scared is the point I'm trying to make. It's a little bit long-winded and I apologize, but you cannot draft scared. No one ever won their leagues from drafting scared. Now drafting safe and drafting scared, 2 different things. We were talking about drafting safe just a couple of minutes ago, but drafting scared, I think you got to throw that out the window, especially this year when players are dropping like flies. Be smart, but don't be scared.
I like it. No, I like it a lot. We got our goat, Stunna Goat, in the chat. Saying it was always Rome over Burden. I don't know if I agree with you, Skylar. But
really,
you're on Rome over Burden. That's fine,
dude. I think I'm on Rome over Burden. Yeah, I think I am, dude. Where Rome is going, where Rome is going on any platform just baffles me. When he was a top 5 wide receiver through the first
before the foot injury, yeah. I get the argument for both, and it's gonna the Bears are one of these teams, phenomenal talent at quarterback, obviously the great offensive mind, a ton of talent at the skill positions where they could be they could define the season. You know what I mean? Like this could be the story of the season could be like which you had to have the right bear, and they're all getting drafted really high, dude. So, there absolutely is that scenario where it would be a shock. Like, I feel like the Rome Bulls are a lot quieter,
Yes,
They're not in the streets as much. as the burden ones for sure.
The Burden Truthers, the Burden Truthers have been loud all off season, and now we're gonna see what comes of it. I mean, they're both great. Again, it's kind of like we were just talking Pickens, CD, even back in Philadelphia with Devonta and AJ Brown. I think drafting either can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
Joe Burrow goes a pick before you.
That's crazy, and it's especially crazy because if he would have fallen to me, I wouldn't have taken him. I would have taken this guy. It's a no-brainer pick. I don't even need to talk through it. I can't believe Jalen Hurts is going in the 6th round of
wow.
drafts,
All right, dude. All right.
Yeah,
no, I love
I'm
the
really bullish on Hurts.
heck yeah, dude. I mean, I was all dynasty offseason clamoring that people should be buying Jalen Hurts at this discounted price. So I'm gonna need a running back here.
Yes.
And it's gross. Of course it's gross. But I'm just gonna I might have to go 2 running backs here. And I think I'm just gonna pull the trigger on what I think is like a pretty high floor play. I think Ramondre is he gets the first carry in week 1.
Okay.
I don't think that is a question. And I think that Travion could have like an increased role, and I still don't think he necessarily has to take over. And even then, this is the exact range, the 6-7 turn, where we drafted David Montgomery for like 3 years with Jahmyr Gibbs in the picture, right? Like Ramondre, I do think he can be good enough, and this team likes him enough where even a Travion step to running back 1, we could still have Ramondre being effective enough on such a good offense with such a good quarterback where he's still valuable even if he is the 2 in his offense.
Right. Yeah, I actually think Ramondre is pretty decent value where he's going here in the 6th. And I traded for Travion in the back half of the season last year in my big money home league. So I got love for both players. I think Stevenson's a great pick. That was awesome. That was such a good pick. I actually really love that, especially over like Dowdle, and I would imagine Gainwell still.
I mean, we're in the gross running back range. Look, you're never going to be excited picking Ramondre, and like I feel way better about Jaylen Warren, who goes 5 picks ahead of time. But this is the thing, like you got to take somebody, right? And like the quarterbacks are the best pick on the board from the 6th round onward. Every time I'm on the clock, it's like quarterback is the best pick. But the problem is that I know that quarterback's the best pick, and I know that it's going to be the best pick at my next pick. And so, like, Jaden Daniels is here, and like I'm genuinely like I have the stack with Terry McLaurin, and I don't even know if I want to do it.
No, you got to, bro. No way. Actually, no. Wait, this is crazy. I love this.
This is the thing, Tommy. I've done so many drafts now that like I prefer my team genuinely 100% of the time better when I pass on quarterback.
Okay. I can't argue with that. I listen to you for fantasy advice.
Looking at the 2v2s that you end up with, right? Because you're looking at Jaden Daniels versus like I've gotten Trevor Lawrence in like the 12th round. Or like Patrick Mahomes goes undrafted. And it's
there's a QB I'm super high on this year around that range. Sorry, keep going.
No, I definitely want to know who that is. It's like and that when you think about that guy, if you can get that guy in like the 13th round, like Jaden Daniels is awesome, but like is the delta as big as a starting running back versus
2 years ago you would have given whatever for Daniels.
This is the thing.
You're not going to
100%. And I already have Brock Bowers. I have a onesie position already. I still, as I'm speaking, I do not know what I'm going to do here.
I guess I should lock into.
Do I take the upside swing? Is the Ladster still in the chat? Is the Ladster still in the chat?
Please, Danny.
I don't know if he is.
You better be in the chat, Danny. You're my boy. You better be in the chat.
I don't know if he's here. This is it? You know, it's categorically insane to do that.
The whole board's a little gross.
It is, dude. It is gross.
Ugh.
No, I have principles that I have to adhere to. I'm gonna take Jaden.
Yeah,
and we're gonna end up in a situation. We're gonna talk about it later. Okay, we will talk about it later because I want to discuss the 2v2 because look, I got my home league tomorrow, which is a league I care about a ton, obviously. And like Danny convinced me to take. I didn't want Caleb at the 7-8 turn.
Oh,
it didn't make the video.
Okay.
Like a lot of confessionals, like post round 7 didn't make the video, right? Because there's just like so much footage.
Yeah.
But and the thing was, Danny was like, "Who are we gonna take then?" And I'm like, "Bro, I don't know. These guys all suck. They're all terrible." It would have been like we talked about Jordan Addison, but we already had Jefferson.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking here at the 7-3?
How banged up is Laporta? Is it pretty bad?
He should be out a week or two, and then he'll probably be fine for week 1. It's like a hip. It's like a hip
really
pointer.
Like Laporta.
I would, if you like him here, I wouldn't let the injury sway you off.
Yeah, true. I did say don't draft scared, but there's shoot. I'm thinking tight end. I really like Pitts. I think he's good value. Tua does scare me though. Doesn't make me feel great.
Apparently Tua looks terrible. It might even be like I thought it would be a lot of Tua, but it might even be more Penix.
More Penix, and I mean Darren Waller had a moment there, and you had him,
dude.
last season.
Darren Waller, man.
So,
I'm the only one left.
Yeah, it's I think it's time to pick up the pace a little bit with wide receiver. Which one do I want to take? I'm really high on this guy. This is kind of a get your guy range, in my humble opinion.
It 100% is.
Man, this is crazy. This is so fun. I love this, Sammy. Let me, dude. It's a get your guy range. I gotta go. Shout out to Bush.
Phenomenal.
Shout out to Bush. Yeah, I do think Pittman's wide receiver 1 on the Steelers. I do think that ends up being the case, or just the guy you want between him and Metcalf. And I think he's good value. Yeah, I think he's good value at the.
People are sleeping, bro. People are sleeping on Michael Pittman, and I do think that he is the wide receiver 1 over DK Metcalf. Genuinely, like I think that he's going to out target him. I think he's going to have a better fantasy season. I was very close to going Jonathan Brooks, which the chat was privy to. But dude, like thinking about it, like I don't even believe in the guy. It's just like I'm trying to have fun, and I'm like, oh, I want to punt quarterback, but. Like the Jaden Daniels stack is there. Maybe like it's gonna be interesting to look back on the season and see what ended up working at quarterback, because like we can like all these guys, and then it can still be a situation where like quarterback 6 through 20 are like pretty close to the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, doesn't even matter. Yeah, man, that's such a good point. I loved your picks though. I think Daniels. Again, 2 years ago, you would have traded him whatever, right, to get him. He was the guy.
Dude, I think he was a 4th round pick in the Flock League last year, which was probably later than he was going in most home leagues. Exactly. And he was just hurt, right? And look, everybody's getting a discount. Like Burrow has historically been like a 4th round pick. Hurts, the same thing. Daniels, obviously, last year. Like Drake May, dude, imagine like 3 years ago.
Crazy.
3 years ago, like 22-year-old quarterback coming off of a quarterback 2 or 3 finish.
Crazy.
Gets an alpha wide receiver traded to his team in the offseason, and then he goes in the 6th round.
It's been the craziest since I've started playing fantasy football. It's been the craziest quarterback year so far. Like
I would even go as far to say that this is like the wildest dichotomy that I've ever had to like walk through playing fantasy football ever. Like the idea that these quarterbacks are such insane values. Like, dude, realistically, the fact that I just took a 25-year-old Lamar Jackson, like insane rushing threat, can literally like win your league any given season, and then the picks after him. I love Michael Pittman. I think RJ Harvey's fine. J.K. Dobbins is a good bet. Jonathan Brooks is a great upside swing. But the fact that those guys are going right next to Jaden Daniels, and still I don't think Jaden is a phenomenal pick there because I love the quarterbacks later. Like I don't think there's a bad way to play quarterback. I also don't think there's like a way to play quarterback where I'm like, this is incredible.
Right. Because what's going to happen when Josh Allen goes down against the Texans defense week 1? What's going to I think because they play the Texans week 1, right?
They do. The one thing that's the thing that Josh Allen in the 3rd feels like 206 kid probably feels great because it's like this guy is like pretty close to a lock for a top 3 finish or a top 2 finish. That's what he's done like every year he's been a starter. But at the same time, you're paying 2 rounds over Lamar Jackson, 3 rounds over May, Burrow, Hurts, almost 4 rounds over Caleb and Daniels, and then 9 rounds over guys like Mahomes and Trevor Lawrence and Matt Stafford. And so that I'm not going to take much Josh Allen at all in redraft this year.
No. Yeah.
Because the opportunity cost in the 3rd is a lot bigger than it is in the 7th. Right? I'm taking Daniels over Jonathan Brooks. Not Josh Allen over Breece Hall.
Yeah. He's got to fall for 100% to piggyback off what you're saying. He's got to fall for me to take him. And like Lamar Jackson, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, was he not the number one most valuable fantasy asset 2 years ago in 2024?
2024, yeah, he won the MVP. He was 25 points per game.
Right.
So Josh Allen was the quarterback 1 last year in 4-point scoring. Quarterback 2 in 6 points. Stafford was the quarterback 1 in 6-point. But and that was at 22 points per game. Lamar was 25 the year before. Lamar broke the game, dude, that year.
He's going 5'8".
And he's going to the 5'8". And Josh Allen fell to a point where the devs were comfortable with him. So the devs were picking at the 6, right? So he fell to the 407 in the Flock League. Crazy. That just shows you how much people are privy to. We're pushing quarterback, dude. Jalen Hurts, I think, is a great pick at the 6-7 turn. He went in the 9th round,
bro. Unreal. That when they told me that in the confessional room, I was like, yeah, you're pulling my chain here.
Crazy.
You know what? And then they double tapped with Mahomes. I was baffled.
Yeah.
I was baffled.
Yeah. Guys, I will, after we get through the draft, I will definitely show the Flock League My Teams page. I'm not showing the teams though. I'm not Zach. I'm not Avery. I'm not leaking the trade. I'm not, Mason can get mad at them. Mason employs me. Or contracts me if the IRS is asking. But if I leak a trade, I might be out of a job. So I got to be careful. I'm not doing any drop downs of any teams besides Danny and I, because we haven't done anything yet.
Yeah. We're both employed by Mason, so we got to be on our best behavior.
Yeah, I sort of went off on the chat yesterday for everybody talking about the trade leak. I'm like, bro, is this fun? Is it fun to? Yeah. Is it just wait for the video to come out and watch it? Why do we have to? Yeah. Why do we have to run around going, oh, who do you think? I understand the speculation is fun, but it's not fun to have something leak. What if there's somebody in the chat who doesn't want to be spoiled, and now you're just ruining it? So
exactly.
So yeah, I'm not going to be leaking any trades. I don't care if Jinxie already did it. Jinxie's allowed. This is the thing, guys.
That's the thing.
Guys, guys, you cannot fathom. If you think my leash is short, you cannot fathom the length of Jinxie's leash. You can't see from one end to the other.
Yeah.
It's
a full go.
XCC
Jinxie
would love to not be spoiled.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
So the 7th round, gross as ever. We get Caleb, Jaden Daniels, Michael Pittman, RJ Harvey, J.K. Dobbins, Jonathan Brooks, Tucker Kraft, Kenny Gainwell, Bill Krosky-Merritt, Makai Lemon, Cortland Sutton, Tony Pollard at the 7-12, I think is a good value. I think getting projectable touches at running back here with Dobbins, Pollard, Bill seems to be kind of winning that RB1 job in Washington over Rachaad White.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It seems like the Rachaad White dream of being this year's Javonte Williams is kind of dead at this point. That's kind of what I was it was just a speculation early in the summer, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is actually really nice. I really appreciate this live and drafting with you because fantasy super locked in, and then Flock League draft week 100% focus was making sure I was trying to be the best employee I can be and doing a good job. And then since I've gotten back, that energy has followed. So it's just all clips all day. What can I clip? What can I post? What can I do short form wise? So I haven't had much time to super lock in on my fantasy teams and drafts. So I want to say I really appreciate this live and drafting with you because it's catching me up to speed here. And with that said, you're saying JCM, our boy Bill.
I don't think he's very good. I don't think he's very good. I also don't think Rachaad White's very good, and I think that it could just be they're just oh yeah, Bill looks good. The thing is they want Bill to be this hit. I think they're talking about it. So his biggest issue is the pass protection and being any sort of weapon in the receiving game. If he can't do that, then if you throw Bill out there, the defense knows what you're doing. If you throw Rashad White out there, the defense knows what you're doing, right? This is like a Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler problem too, where you're just completely tipping your hand with the guy that you have in the backfield. So they've talked a lot about how they want Bill to improve in the pass protection and improve as a pass catcher, and they want to give him those opportunities. Rashad White has a 1-year, $2 million contract. Like they are not financially committed to him at all, and neither were the Cowboys with Javonte last year. And he just thrived because it was geriatric Miles Sanders and Jaden Blue who didn't care to be there. Had this like big attitude problem.
Shout out Klein Kane High School, Jaden Blue, and shout out Klein Kane High School, Matthew Golden. I also went to Klein Kane High School.
No way, dude. That's like my biggest jealousy of not living in the States is like I have no professional athletes that went to my high school.
Yeah, I guess because didn't Danny and Chase Brown aren't they?
Well, yeah, Danny played youth football, so like
he
played against Chase and Sidney Brown.
That's crazy.
He played against John Mechie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
no one on your side of side of the country then.
So well, yeah, I'm like pretty close to Danny, but like
okay,
he's in like the biggest metropolitan area in the country. But so I'm forgetting Akeem Mesidor, who was drafted by the Chargers, edge rusher, played at Miami. This year, I think it was like 22nd overall pick in this draft. He's from Ottawa, which is where I am. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I didn't go to high school with the guy.
That's about it. Yeah, we man. Yeah, I wish well, feel free to be an honorary Houstonian and all the players that come out of Houston.
Hey, appreciate that.
My favorite, Devon Achane. Shout out to him, Missouri City, Texas.
Dude, well, Devon Achane will forever have the most special place in my heart, bro.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
Sammy, I had Achane last year with you, and I also had Collins last year with you. So I think the Sammy Tommy connection.
It's strong.
Strong since the auditions.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
I was big rooting for you last year because we had very similar teams. But yeah, Achane this year going. Okay, he went 2-1. Actually, that's not horrible this draft. But I've seen him go to like 2. Didn't you? No, you got Hampton. You got Hampton and Amon Ra, right? Or was it him? Who did you start with?
Oh, I had a best ball team. I got Puka Hampton, which was nuts. But
how good does that feel?
I kind of like didn't land the plane though, which is annoying. I didn't.
It's hard to.
But getting that in redraft is even crazier, right? Because people do like whatever they want in best ball. It's kind of just like you'll get those crazy starts every once in a while. Dude, a Puka Hampton team would go nuts. I mean, you could see it though. Like, there's a lot of people that are down at Hampton. Keaton Mitchell's getting a bunch of buzz, and Puka has like the tiny like suspension worries, right? By the way, like this range of wide receiver, I do really like.
I love it.
Like Diggs, QJ, Addison in the 8th round, I think all are really good picks. Lemon at the back of the 7th. I am really curious to see where Jordan Tyson goes.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, so I'm doing these redraft leagues for Mason, right? Like he's drafting them and I'm managing them, whatever.
Yeah.
The past like 3 nights in a row. So he streams late, right?
Yeah.
And like, I love Mason. I don't need to listen to him when I'm falling asleep. So I don't always catch the draft, but like the next morning I hop on the computer and I go to like make the next league and get it set up or whatever. And I look at how he draft last night. He's drafted Jordan Tyson 3 nights in a row and he's still going. He's doing it in like the 9th and 10th round. So it's like whatever, but I'm like, dude, this guy just loves pain.
Yeah, he's not drafting scared, so that's good. We like that as we've discussed. Okay, round 10, Jordan Tyson.
Not bad.
I don't hate that, but yeah, you might want to avoid
the team.
Like
my team here, I think like Jordan Tyson kind of fits because like I have 3 strong wide receivers. I can afford to wait on him a little bit. If I'm like relying on Jordan Tyson, I like it a little less. Sam Laporta, by the way, you were thinking about it the 7-3, falls all the way to the 8-7.
Nice. No, that's a great pick by Joe Wang Bang. That's a great pick. Dang. Yeah, that's a good pick.
By the
Good
way,
team too. Garrett Wilson, good team.
yeah. No, I think he's done I think Juang Bang. I mean, that's the what is it? The retirement home running back room, but it could work, dude. I mean, if it's
Yeah.
it could work. Darcy O'Hare, I'm in Ottawa, brother. So that I'm wondering where exactly are you at? That's cool.
Yo, shout out Ottawa.
Shout out Ottawa,
Shout out
dude.
Ottawa.
Shout out Ottawa, dude. I've lived here my whole life. I like it. It's nice. It's not too busy. It's pretty quiet. I'm in like a little suburb. I love Canada, man. I don't care what Avery says. Stittsville. He's in Stittsville. Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. So I'm like,
Let's
yeah,
go.
I mean, I'm probably like 40 minutes from him. But yeah, dude, that's dope. That's what's up.
That's awesome. Man, yeah, I can't wait to go to Canada one day. One day.
Hey, man, I
One
got a
day,
spare
man.
bedroom ready for you, brother. Whenever you,
let's go. Let's
dude,
go.
Sam and Tommy taking on Canada would be crazy.
That'd be amazing. That'd be so amazing. I'm ready. I'm Canada pilled and I've never been.
That's what I like to
me
hear,
see.
man. So you're on the clock. We get Jaden Reed and then Rome's wide receiver 2, Wan'Dale Robinson.
Wandell. Okay.
Off the
Oh
board.
man.
What are you thinking here?
I kind of like with my Hertz pick, didn't have to think about it. I don't have to think about this one either. I love this guy. I took him last year. Kind of broke my heart. Was a little inconsistent, but I'm gonna let him break my heart again, and that sucks because I do really like Pitts, especially the way he kind of fell to me here. And Am I though? Wait, talking out loud's crazy because you really start questioning yourself. Wait a minute. Dude, I was so confident.
You were thinking Laporte. You were also thinking Pitts at the 7-3, and he comes all the way around to you.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go. Gosh, I got a guy, and if he makes it back, I'm gonna do backflips. But I gotta go Pitts, man. I gotta go Pitts.
So
I like the value on Pitts.
Pitts was the top player by my rankings. I think that's a really good pick.
Oh, nice. Okay. Sorry for the snipe.
I think.
Apologize.
Well, I wouldn't have taken him because I have Bowers, so you're good.
Oh yeah, you're good.
But yeah, I mean, I think that I really think that he's undervalued this year, man. I mean, people he's so memeable, right? With like, oh, it's when is it going to be the year? When is it going to be the year? Yeah. Right? And I think the contract helps. I think Kevin Stefanski helps a ton. I know Tua's looked bad in training camp, but like, I just don't. Yeah. I don't want to put like too much stock into like I didn't think Tua was gonna like all of a sudden turn into some world beater. Yeah. Like I don't expect him to be phenomenal. I expect him to possibly be good enough in this scheme, which he's learning, to facilitate a good offense. And there's nobody behind Drake London at all, right? Like Zachariah Branch, Jahan Dotson, just not scaring me at all. And I like the idea of getting a guy who can easily be second on his team in targets. Now, I thought about Jonathan Brooks at the 7-2. I didn't take him. And I'm pretty happy with that decision because I do think that we've gotten to the point where Chuba Hubbard is now undervalued.
Let's go. Shout out Canada. Shout out Chuba Hubbard.
Shout out Canada. Yes, dude. Shout out Canada. Shout out Chuba Hubbard. I do think it's gotten to the point where like I still think that like I do genuinely think that he is more likely to be the RB1. Now, is the higher ceiling exist with Jonathan Brooks? Probably. But they like Chuba. They paid him. They paid him before Jonathan Brooks retore his ACL as well. And I think at the back of the 8th round, especially on a team where like I'm needing to find an RB2 here, I think it's a pretty solid pick. By the way, I want to shout out Spicy Hot in the chat. Spicy and Tommy had a lot of bonding time on the trip.
Yes.
Absolutely killing the short form content. These guys, if you guys see any of the shorts on any platform from the Flock League, whether it's the headband stuff, the wavelength game, all the shorts that we did, these are the two guys behind it, and they absolutely crushed it. So shout out Spicy. Yeah,
shout out Spicy, man. He definitely stepped up too, especially because Zaming. I was doing a lot for Zaming on a big shoot day, so Spicy really stepped up, and I told Spicy, I said, make sure that I am overwhelmed when I get back to LA with footage and clips to edit, and I'm overwhelmed.
That's what you wanted.
I am. I've got too much to edit, and it's perfect. It's exactly where I want to be with the short form stuff. So Spicy, and then just like the coolest dude too. We we're very. I told him the day he left, it was sad. I was like, man, this is sad. We're very yin and yang. Like,
Mm.
I think he's very relaxed and calm, and I can be a little hyper, I can be a little jittery when I get nervous. But he knows how to calm me down. So it was good that him and I had the Airbnb and we were able to work together. And I'm just so grateful to call it you, Sammy, and Spicy. I don't know if Danny's still here or not, but you guys not only coworkers and acquaintances, but brothers as well. It's a huge perk of the Flock League, being able to have a new set of brothers. It's really cool.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, yeah, it's so great to see everybody and to meet new people every year. Like, obviously last year was so crazy for me, like that being my first experience to it all. But then having new people come in, yourself, Rome, Zufa, everybody was just awesome, and we all fit together like perfectly. And it was a phenomenal time. Timu Sal in the chat. Yes, of course. Of course.
Timu Sal. Let's go.
I love how he plays into it. He says he just got done with his first draft of the season. Spicy drafted in a home league, which is dope. Very dope.
There you go.
I'm back on the clock. At Legion went Kyle Monungai, Alec Pierce. There isn't a running back I love here. Rashad White is close to the top of my rankings, but of course, getting some bearish news on him. Mm-hmm. I'm happy we're with Ramondre and Chuba right now. I think I'll flip to wide receiver, and this is a guy I probably need to move up my rankings. We got news of like a little Dazon Stribling injury today. I'm going to take Debo in the 9th round here.
Ooh, okay.
I think like Dazon Stribling day to day with a shoulder injury. I wouldn't be like too worried about him long term, but I just think like Debo's getting reps out of the backfield. This is just an offense I want to be a part of. I think Debo could still have some Kyle Shanahan scam left in him. So yeah.
I love it, man. Yeah, I think it's a great pick. I think Debo, I like Debo, especially in the 9th round. Like, what are the odds that we keep any guys that we select now till
100%? Yeah.
So take the shot on Debo. I love it. I freaking love it. My guy's still available. I'm glad I didn't reach on him.
Nice.
Been a my guy for a few years now. I hope he doesn't let me down, but this is an easy click for me. Josh Downs. Josh Downs.
Not scared off by Keenan Allen. I like it. You know what? To be fair, he was a 7th round pick in the Flock League. I think.
Yes.
Jinxie. So it does seem like you're getting quite the discount on where he's going in like a competitive league here. I'm not too worried. I'm not super worried about Keenan. I don't think we should just like directly pattern match the Lad thing from last year onto the Colts this year. The reality is like the Colts don't have a Quentin Johnston until Alec Pierce gets back. They don't have a Trey Harris. Like Josh Downs kind of has to figure out how to play on the outside. And Keenan cuts into like the way that Josh Downs wins. But I think that Josh Downs is talented enough where he is going to be. I think he'll be fine. I think it's a really good pick.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm not scared of the Keenan stuff, and I love Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen is still a phenomenal football player. I think he has a lot to bring to the table. But I like the things I've heard about Downs. I like the upside with Downs, and in the 9th round, you got to shoot for upside. So. Same with Debo. I think they're two players in two very similar situations. If Mike Evans is old, shout out Galveston, Texas. If anyone, Mike Evans, the only high school on the island, Ball High School. But I think it's the same thing with Debo Samuel. Mike Evans is a little bit older.
It's a big range of wide receivers here. Like there's a lot of guys that could have taken, and like I might even get one of them back. So. This is the thing, like you never know what's going to happen in these like close to the double-digit rounds. It's so random. By the way, Spicy shouting it out. Not Brandon Aubrey. Chiefs kicker. Why am I losing his name?
Oh, Harrison Butker.
Harrison Butker hit a 69-yarder in the preseason.
Holy crap!
Yeah, dude.
Nice. Wow.
So very nice. And wow, dude. In Tampa too. That's an outdoor stadium. Doesn't count for the record, but because it's preseason.
Right, because Cam Little hit one last year in preseason, right? Like a really.
Yeah, Cam Little hit did he hit 68 in the preseason? I know, like, didn't Cam Little, he hit one in the preseason, which would have broken the record. It didn't. And then he hit another one in the regular season that did break the record.
On August 9th, 2025, Cam Little hit a 70-yard field goal.
There you go. And it doesn't even count because it's preseason, which is kind of dumb, by the way. But I get it. I get it because, like, you don't want, like, the receiving yardage record to be set in a preseason game, like single game stuff. Yeah. So I get why they don't do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, interesting. What do we got here? Oh, my God. We got Walker in the chat as well. It is just a who's who of the
reunion.
Dude, this is awesome. Walker in the chat. I'm gonna have Walker on stream at some point as well. I'm gonna be doing those best ball drafts as much as I can the rest of the summer, and I am definitely gonna get Walker on for one of those. He came out to the draft, dude. Such a buzzkill, by the way. Not Walker, but that there are all these bars in the States you can't even get in unless you're 21.
Yep. What's the legal drinking age in Canada? Is it
19 where I am?
19. Okay.
But I'm like, so the same place I go for best ball drafts, it's also it's 18 there. So when I was like when me and all my friends were turning 18, we would go over, just hop over the border super quick, and we'd be able to go there. But shout out Walker. Such a shame he wasn't able to come to the meetup. But the absolute man. We got to hang out with him at the draft and afterwards. He went out and got some food and we were able to chat a little bit. So that was really cool.
Yeah, super cool guy. Walker's super sweet, super nice guy, and I don't know what the plans are for next year's Flock League week. But I'd love for Walker to be involved in some capacity. Because he's just so fun to be around. Awesome dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Really awesome, dude. Yeah, Spicy. So basically what I'm doing with the best ball drafts, and here's, this is a good time for me to set the like goal. What I'm doing with the best ball drafts is basically just pasting the link into the chat. It's like $5 buy-in, super easy, accessible for everybody. Paste link in the chat. We draft the team. You never have to touch it for the rest of the season. Super, super easy. And what I'm going to do is I am going to end this poll, and I'm going to put up a new poll. And we're going to go, what should I do? So we got 163 concurrents right now. Shout out you guys. Leave a like on the stream if you haven't already. We got 163 people watching. We got 55 likes. What do you think, Tommy? Hundo might be too easy. Let's do 125.
You should push it. Ooh,
125 likes.
Y'all better like that, man. Yo, if you love shout out to your mom. If you love your mom, hit a like on the video.
Draft. Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So if you're listening,
let's go.
Best be like it. Man, this is so sick, Sammy. When Mason was asking your Mount Rushmore of artists.
Oh God, I'm so bad at that stuff, man. I'm like, I don't listen to enough music to like.
Sure.
Because, dude, I'm just so podcast brained.
Same.
I don't. By the way, real quick, I'm gonna go down to a minute timer for the double-digit rounds.
Nice.
All right, everybody, that's your warning. We're down to a minute timer. We're in round 10. You were saying, Tommy, about the music?
Yeah, was Drake was on that Mount Rushmore, right?
Yeah. He's probably my favorite rapper of all time. It's so like that's the thing. Like I'm just a mainstream guy. I love Drake. I love Morgan Wallen if I'm listening to country.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Do you have a favorite Drake song or album?
Ooh, okay. I think my favorite album. Okay, it's either More Life or Certified Lover Boy.
Nice.
Two albums that I was like really in on when they dropped. I feel like a lot of music, it's like less about the music and it's more about like when you listen to it.
Yes.
So like little story time. My first year of university, I decided to go abroad. Well, not abroad. I didn't leave the country, but I went and stayed on residence like 6 hours away from my hometown. And that was the fall of 2021 when Certified Lover Boy dropped. So every time I hear a song off that album, I'm just like back there. And I was just like grinding that album all the time. Like I was moving to somewhere where I didn't know a single person. And I was just like locked in on that album. I think favorite Drake song ever. This is an under the radar one too. but it's one I've always
Okay.
loved. Off of More Life, Do Not Disturb.
That's maybe my favorite Drake song of all time. Do Not
Dude,
Disturb. That is actually like the best song ever.
I mean,
Like,
Tommy,
Do Not
we are
Disturb so
we are locked in, bro.
No, Do Not Disturb is actually amazing. Wait, this is great. That yeah, because Drake gets deep, right? We had been missing deep Drake for the few albums before it, in my opinion. Now, if you're reading this, it was too late. He does get a little deep there, like with You and the 6 and his story about his mom.
Yeah.
Incredible song. Do Not Disturb though. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was a really good pool. I was curious. I was like, I need to ask Sammy about this. So
he has one of these songs on like every album. He also has like 7 a.m. on Bridal Path is very similar, where it's like
Exactly.
he kind of just goes nuts. There's no chorus.
Yeah.
There's no structure to it. He's just going. And those are my favorite Drake songs. And Do Not Disturb is one that like I have just always loved.
Nice. I love that. That's also probably my favorite Drake song as well. I would be shocked.
Shout out
if I went
Drizzy,
back
man.
and
Shout out Drizzy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Dude, that's so sick. Let's see here. Okay.
So you're about to be on the clock
Yeah.
in a few picks here. Let's recap our teams really quick. I know there are some people that listen to these audio as podcasts, so I would hate to disservice those viewers.
That was me.
That was Tommy. Look, Tommy's making pizzas.
Yeah.
He's got no idea who I've taken. This is terrible.
Oh, zero clue.
Whoever took Tommy's job at Marco's is like just dying to know who I drafted. So we got Bijan in the first round, and then I went Neighbors, Bowers, Tedro McMillan, Terry McLaurin, Ramondre Stevenson as RB2, Jaden Daniels in the 7th to stack with Terry McLaurin, and then we went Chuba Hubbard, Debo, Samuel. I feel pretty good. Excited about what I'm going to get at this next pick here. I think 206 getting Kittle in the 10th is awesome. Tommy, you are on the clock now. I'll let you make this pick, and then you can recap your team.
Let's see. Recap my team. Man, this. So there are defenses. There's no kickers. I like that. It's probably too early to even consider a second quarterback. Man, Drizzy, man. We were so deep in the Drizzy Drake conversation.
You're like, who's on the board?
Yeah, now I'm like, okay. Dang, dude. I don't love the running backs that are available. And chat to the people who are listening to this like podcast. I'm like Ian Kamara, Charbonnet still available, Chris Rodriguez is still available, so is Algier and Woody Marks. Now Woody Marks is interesting. He did pop off, didn't he?
He did a little bit. You got 5 seconds.
Oh, poop. Well, that's okay because I was going to take Woody Marks anyways. I think Dobbs is good. Romeo Dobbs is good value here at the 10-10.
I completely agree. He was him and what he would be top of my rankings if Travis Hunter didn't exist. But I'm an idiot, and Travis Hunter's top of my rankings once we get into round 8. So.
Dude, Hunter's so goated, man. He's so goated.
He's the fucking man, dude. He is just the man.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's see. There are wide receivers kind of deep here. I think I'll be fine with somebody in the 11th. I'm going to just make sure I get a running back I love. This is a guy Danny and I drafted in the Flock League. Ton of upside, in my opinion. Looking great in camp. Sean Payton loves him.
Nice.
Jonah Coleman at the 10-11. By the way, we had another super chat from Adam. Adam Smith is just on one tonight. Really appreciate you, brother. He says, love Tommy takes so far. How can we see more of him?
Dude, that is crazy that someone wants to see more of me. This is nuts. This is wild. I would say, yeah, I hopefully I can get back on a stream with Sammy. As far as myself, this has actually been so fun. I don't do fantasy football. I've thought about getting into it, but now especially I'm working for the Flock League as a short form editor. That's my main focus right now, is making sure I do a good job. However, I am an independent filmmaker, and I have a short film. It's on my YouTube channel, which is 23rd Frame Films. So if you got 10 minutes to kill, it's a drama. That's my favorite. My favorite genre is drama. It's a short film. We filmed it all in one shot for a budget that would make you want to throw up if I told you in terms of how little we had, but we made it work, and I'm very proud of it. And it's my baby. It's my work. So check out that short film. I think you guys really like it. And the next short film is currently we're saving up money. We got a great job with the Flock League to save up that money for. It's going to be a western. So if anyone in the chat loves westerns, kind of the good, the bad, the ugly, the Sergio Leone westerns, or anything with anything with Clint Eastwood, I think you'll enjoy the vibe of the next film that I'm planning on putting out. But thank you. That's cool. This is Sammy, you're on the clock, so I won't.
I am. No, you're good, dude. You are good, bro. You're absolutely.
Yeah, this is wild. For those that don't know, I don't listen to music like I was saying. I just listen to podcasts. I count YouTube and like Sammy Stack as a podcast. So these guys, like the Flock League week was just crazy to me because like that's my version of like the Flock League. This is so crazy. You got to hear me out. The Flock League's like my version of like Drake and like Taylor Swift, like Beyonce, because I don't listen. Like I love music. I'm a music nerd, but I only listen to fantasy, and I really only listen to those guys outside of them, Josh and Hayden. Outside of the Flock League is the only Josh and Hayden, and then establish the run. So
yeah, dude, yeah. You're back on the clock. I'll let you take a look at the player pool. That's exactly how I felt last year, man. I mean, like, it's everybody's so normal, but you build up these people in your head a little bit, right? And and everybody's awesome, and Tommy, I'm having a blast, dude. We are absolutely gonna have you back on.
Sweet.
Whenever you climb out of your little short form editing hole, we would love to have you on here. Spicy wants to know. Spicy says, chat, who wants to see me and Tommy collab on film stuff?
Bro, that is 100% something that's got to happen. Spicy and I, you meet people and you're like, this is just funny. Since I've been pursuing this crazy filmmaking career, I just meet people and I'm like, dude, we would work well on a set together. It's just like random thought that I've had. And Spicy, within the first 30 minutes of knowing him, I'm like, yeah, we would be great on a set together. We would be cooking. So I think Spicy and I, the Flock League short film, let's get that going. Starring Sammy Stacks, Danny Ladd.
Dude, I mean,
that it?
We could definitely get like that would be hella fun. I don't know how we would make that work with like the only time we're gonna like really be able to see each other is when like there's like the busiest week of the year. But absolutely.
That would be fun.
Without a doubt. Yeah. Scribbles, what's going on? Shout out Scribbles, always in the chat. Rome in the chat as well. Tommy's a natural.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Let's go.
Danny would be hilarious.
Rome. I defended you a little bit in here.
Yeah,
earlier.
Rome, you missed it. I called Tommy out. Tommy posted the man standing up for something meme, and he said, I don't think Brandon Aubrey in the 9th was that bad of a pick. And I had him defend it.
I don't think it was bad. Yeah. I don't think it was great, but I don't think it was bad.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think he did a good job, but I don't think it was as terrible as everybody else says.
I liked it. It was bold. I respect bold.
Of course. This is the thing. We want people. The last thing we want is somebody coming in and being boring and just drafting off of the expert average, all this kind of stuff, right? We want we need personality. This is an entertainment product. Right? Yes. As much as BDGE thinks that it's a bunch of actors, as much as they think it's a bunch of actors, these are real personalities. And Rome is unapologetically himself, which is what we want everybody to be. Right? Exactly. Like we don't want anybody to be nobody's playing a role. Look, Mason is not as much of an asshole as he gives off in the Flock League videos. Of course. It's he turns up the dial a little bit, but we want everybody to be themselves and Look, all about the long game, man. All about the long game. We're all going to clown on him. We'll see what happens, right? We haven't... football has not been kicked yet.
Yeah, but I'm going to take that from you. I'm going to take that from you and start using it. Football has not been kicked yet. I really like that. We're kind of panicking a little bit, and we haven't even... It's September 9th. Right? Oh, no. Is it the 6th or the 9th?
I think it's the 9th or the 10th. It's definitely the 9th or the 10th, I think.
The 9th, it's Patriots. It's a Super Bowl rematch, right? Patriots Seahawks.
It is on a Wednesday.
Ugh, on a Wednesday?
Yeah, dude. So and I don't understand this at all. But they have kickoff is Wednesday, and then the Australia game is Thursday night, Thursday evening for us, Friday, like midday for Australia.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Dude, Davis. I mean, our GOAT, Davis Maddock. You and I are both, of course, big fans of Davis.
Davis in the chat?
No,
Don't tell me Davis.
No, he just started streaming, and the title of his stream is Flock League Concierge Drafts a Team, which is just incredible, dude.
Yeah.
Flock League Concierge is awesome.
That's such a good time. I'll say there were a few Flock League members that I just could not. I had to pinch myself, and this sounds so silly, and I know it does, but not, Davis,
yeah, he's a legend, dude. He's an absolute legend,
dude. And I told him, and I told Sammy, and for the viewers out there, I worked in the meat department. Pause. Resume at Ralph's, which is like the Kroger version of in California. Kroger brand is just called Ralph's here, and worked in the meat department there. So we got to wear hoodies, and I would throw my hood on and listen to Davis. I would listen to all the members of the podcast, but I would start my morning with Davis Maddock because he's always up early, and he always had a stream I could listen to. So. Yeah, they like being able to listen to Davis talk and have it not be through a hood and some AirPods, but like see him in person and like dap him up and talk books and talk movies and skating and Mac Miller, like just oh man, I've had a smile on my face the whole week and it hasn't dropped. Honestly, it was just so cool. So and Sammy, like you were saying, like last year, I'm sure. You felt the same, like how crazy is that, man? It's just
it's wild, dude. Honestly, like it is really crazy. Like I said, like I'll say all the time, like everybody's normal dudes, but like when you're coming at it as a fan, like literally that's what I was, right? It's like it was the fan competition, and like like I'm not gonna actually. I was gonna do the Zuffa isn't a fan bit, and he's like a content creator. I'm not gonna pile on. But like I genuinely was like, dude, I didn't even my Twitter account had 3 followers. Right. And one of them was my brother. Yeah. So like I did like I genuinely was just like a massive fan. I love fantasy football. Yeah. Massive fan of these guys, and it worked out incredibly. And
for sure.
Yeah, man. It's just everybody's awesome. It's such a cool experience. Such a cool thing to be a part of. I'm so freaking blessed. Thank my lucky stars every single day that this ended up working out for me. We got Arc Thief going bully defense. At the 11 hole, going Texans and Rams. He's gonna play the matchups.
So
interesting choice for sure.
Okay,
you're on the clock here. You're on the clock here. What are you gonna do?
Chat. What do you think of Mike Washington? You guys like Mike Washington? What do you think, Sammy?
I think he's good. Like I think he would be good he's a pure handcuff, but like we're in the 12th round. Like Brian Robinson already got taken. I think he's
That's true. That's true. I'll pass now and I'll go. So the Goff, I'm expecting a Matthew Stafford year, where it's just touchdowns.
I like it.
Yeah.
Obviously,
dude,
Travis Hunter, easiest pick of my entire life at the 12-11.
Wait, yeah, what Hunter? I didn't even see that.
Didn't have to think about that one.
Wow, dude, that's fire. Wait, that's sick. Okay.
I mean, where did Danny? I took him at the 9-11. I think, or 9-12. Sorry, we didn't have it yet. 9-12.
Y'all went a little early on him, right? Based off ADP,
probably.
No?
But like, I feel like it's like you said it earlier. It's just freaking get your guy season once you get out of like the 7th round. It's just like do whatever the heck you want. I mean, no kickers in this draft, obviously, but Goff, man. I think the Lions, like they have the easy schedule. Right. They have the cakey schedule. They have the obviously the firepower. I think like Goff he's live to throw 40 plus touchdowns, like you said. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's just been so insanely consistent. I mean, past 3 years, 4,500 yards and 30 touchdowns is a lock basically for him. Like an absolute stone cold. Bet your bottom dollar on it. I probably want a running back here before I take before I take a defense. Interesting stuff at this point. So do I take the swing or do I go with a guy who I think probably has a safer role? Let's take the swing. I'm going to go, I'm gonna go Mr. J. Oh no, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take Najee Harris.
Okay. Okay.
I haven't really adjusted my
Okay.
rankings to his signing, but I think his signing kind of sewers Tyrone Tracy, unfortunately. Unfortunately
Yeah.
for XCC Cloud or XC Cloud. I just Najee's not bad, man. And this is
Yeah.
the Greg Roman offense. Literally the same team
Mhm.
that signed him in free agency for the Chargers last year. Same offensive coordinator, sorry. We saw
Yep.
Tyrone Tracy get blown up in pass protection, causing Jackson Dart to hit the
Yeah.
medical tent again. And they were like, yeah, we're going to sign Najee Harris immediately after that. So
Yep.
Scadaboo's
Yep.
still coming off of the broken leg.
Yeah.
I think Najee is sneaky to be annoying
Yeah.
early in the
I really
season.
like that Najee pick.
Dude, they
That's a
were gonna,
great
and this
pick.
is the thing. Like, I don't think they're invested in. I don't think they think Cam Scadaboo is as good as everybody else does. They would have taken.
They
I am like,
don't.
they would have taken Jeremiah Love if he was there at 5,
Exactly,
which
bro. That's
is
what.
it's scary, right? Like they absolutely
Yeah.
would have taken him. And I just think I don't think Najee's gonna like be the starter or anything, but I
Yeah.
think he's gonna be annoying.
He's gonna have a role, and that's a guy you want in the 13th round of your fantasy football draft. Is, hey, this guy has a role. Maybe he pops up. Dude, remember two years ago, 2024 drafts, we were taking Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins.
Dobbins was a massive hit that year, but yeah, you're
And
absolutely
Dobbins,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't know who was going to be the guy there, and then he hit. I want to say it was like 10, 11 or 11, 12, maybe maybe a little bit more up or down there. But yeah. So I like. I mean, obviously Scadabo's the guy. That's not what I'm saying, but I think taking that upside swing on Najee's, I love it. That's a great pick. What's your favorite pick, Sammy? Give me your favorite pick and your least favorite pick of this draft.
Ooh, the entire board or my team?
Okay, yeah, both. Give me
Okay.
both.
Oh God. Okay. Favorite pick. I think I'm gonna go with Zom here at the 108, going Jalen Waddle at the 4-5.
Nice.
Obviously, I took him in the flock league, right? I'm partial and biased to that, but I took him in the flock league because I think he's phenomenal. And I do genuinely think that this is going to be, I think Jalen Waddle is going to be the George Pickens of this year. The guy changing teams. We aren't fully able to, as a community, as an ADP landscape, we aren't fully able to make that jump, right? And say, like, okay, this new situation, this is what it's going to be like. And I think he absolutely smashes. Worst pick of the draft? God, who am I going to call out here?
If you have one. If you have one.
I mean, there's got to be one. There has to be a worst pick. There absolutely has to be a worst pick of the draft. Give me... Oh, gosh. This is hard. Because here's the thing. Like, I would say, like, Kenny Gainwell. But, like, it's in the 7th round. Can you really, like... My problem is, like, okay, what would I have done? Would I have liked the pick I made that much more? And I don't think I would have. And so what I'll say is I will go... I might go Cam Scadaboo.
Okay.
4-2, like, I think he should be more going around like Travion, Jadarian Price now.
Yeah. Okay.
I just think coming off the injury, the concerns about how good the offense is going to be, combined with the Najee signing now, clearly they don't feel confident in him and Tracy alone.
Yeah. That's a good pick.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have any strong takes on anything?
I love I off the topic, Arc Thief. I think if you're going to start with 4 running backs, you are going to have to take those exact 4 wide receivers. So I think he actually cooked. I can't lie. The double defense is crazy, and I think the Kelsey pick is bad. I think the Tyson pick
1002
is bad now.
1002 is,
Yeah,
I mean,
it could play
as his wide receiver 5. I don't even
That's
think
not bad.
I don't think
though.
the structure here is terrible. I think Bo Nix in the 13th is a smash.
Yes.
I think here's the thing. This is my exact point, Tommy. Okay, would I rather have? Let's insert running back. Okay, it could be J.K. Dobbins, it could be Tony Pollard, whoever. That running back plus Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels, Najee Harris.
I would rather have probably Dobbins or Pollard and Bo Nix. Me personally.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I agree with you.
You agree?
I think I
Okay.
agree with you. And it's like,
Yeah.
and Jaden's probably a phenomenal value at the 702. But it's like
Yeah.
there are so many freaking good values at quarterback that, wow, Keenan Allen in the 14th round.
Nice.
That's a really good pick. That's a really, really good pick.
Gosh, you probably had to scroll for that one too. 206.
I doubt the ADP has really caught up. You're back on the clock. You don't have to draft a defense. You can obviously just pick what, like in the Flock League, a bunch of guys didn't draft defenses and kickers. You can do whatever the heck your heart desires.
You have a guess as to who I'm taking by chance or no?
Wait, let me look at the board.
Okay.
I know exactly who you're taking. This is Cyrus Allen, brother. This is Cyrus Allen.
It's coming home. Let's go. Cyrus the Truth Allen.
14th round, Cyrus Allen. God damn, dude. Okay. It's a good pick, man. I'm gonna go. God, Jaden Blue came all the way back, didn't he? God, I can't take a wide receiver. There are wide receivers I like taking a shot on here, but I can't take a wide receiver 7. I'm just gonna take. I'm gonna take Jaden Blue. Unless is there? I mean, Mike Washington's here. James Conner.
How do you feel about Jalen Naylor this year?
I don't care for redraft, honestly. Dude, you know what I saw? He was. I'll take Jaden Blue. He was playing with the third stringers.
Yeah.
Was the only projected starter on the field after all the rest of them came out. Yeah. Now that could mean nothing, right? That could mean absolutely nothing, of course. It could also mean something. So that's just kind of like up to interpretation. Okay, really quick.
It's weird.
Our draft is completed here. We only got to 75 likes, and the viewers did drop a ton. So I probably reached too high. If we can somehow, with 106 concurrents right now, get to 100 likes in the next 5 minutes, I'll do the best ball draft. If not, I will call it. Yeah, you know, I gotta stick to my guns. I can't be the guy who just does it anyways. You know, I probably put the goal too high. Look, I'm still learning. I'm new to this. I'm new to the like goal thing. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna learn together. Tommy, overall, how do you feel about your team?
I really like my team. I think I'm a little just being completely vulnerable. Maybe a little scared wide receiver wise. Maybe not scared's the word. Just uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable wide receiver wise. Feeling really strong with for those who are listening. Excuse me, Kyron Williams, David Montgomery, Quinshon Judkins, and then Tyjae Spears and Kamara as my backups. I feel good there. I love Pickens. I think he's good value here in the second round. I know that sounds crazy in the big 2026, but excuse me. But yeah, I do think Pickens is good value there. I love Chase. Again, if you're listening in a start 3 or more wide receiver format, I think that's my hottest take this year. Is that one of my hottest takes? I think you maybe have to bump Chase up to the 101 or the 102.
I think it is kind of hot. Like I do think that that's not something that a lot of people would.
It's ridiculous.
Would agree with. Well, no, I don't think look anything like that marginal. I think like obviously it matters a lot. And look, here's the thing though, like, and I say this to people all the time. There's following ADP, but at the same time, if you're picking at the 101 or the 102, if you want Jamar Chase, your only opportunity is to take him where you're picking. You can't like, I mean, some leagues you can trade, right? But most redraft leagues you cannot trade. I can't trade down from the 102 to the 106 because I want McCaffrey. If I think McCaffrey's better than Bijan, I have to take him at 102. So
exactly.
People don't do that enough, I think. I think people like actually are like, oh no, most people wouldn't do this. And so I'm not going to, even though it's what I believe. You gotta just like, especially if it's like, if you got like one team, if you're drafting like one league, you got your home league and that's it. You gotta, man. You gotta just take the guy. So like, if you're in a 3 wide receiver league and you have the 101, I would hope to God, Tommy, that you take Jamar Chase.
I gotta go Chase, man. It just feels right, and it sounds crazy because this is I'll make this short-winded, I promise. But
no, be as long-winded as you want. I'm having a great time. Please.
Yeah, no, this is actually sick.
I was talking on my own for almost 3 hours last night. I would love a break.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. I'm having way too much fun here. I really am, and I and so I know Mason doesn't feel this way. For those Flock Fantasy fans that are also listening here, but I do think that schedule is extremely important in fantasy. Forgive me if I'm being maybe a little like naive, like if that's common knowledge, but I've heard like I especially like I think Davis as well has said that too. That schedule, like they don't care what the schedule is. If a player's amazing, they're going to take him. That doesn't matter. And I
Yeah.
like that, and I agree with that. And again, forgive me if that's uh, how you guys feel about fantasy as well. And I think it's
I
some
think, I mean,
crazy.
before you continue, I think like, I don't know. I think the vast majority, look, here's the thing. Like, I feel like for somebody like Davis is, he's thinking about so many things to
Yeah.
throw in, okay, now look at a 17 game schedule and try and like pull a take out of there. I think that's where you get where you're like, okay, you know, this is, maybe not something that I need to consider too heavily. But I think when like Warren Sharp comes out with all this stuff about like easiest strength of schedule based on projected win totals, not only like last season, but also like what the lines are saying looking forward. Like, do I have Gibbs ahead of Bijan? Like, one of the reasons I think about is because the Lions schedule seems to be such cake. Absolutely, I factor it in.
Yeah, exactly. That's you. Thank you. Yeah, you helped me make. I can stumble across my words sometimes, but yeah, I that's the exact point I'm trying to make is that I think schedules really matters in fantasy a lot. It's like one of the biggest things I look at. Doesn't not always, but with that said, if you start three or more wide receivers, that's why I think Chase needs to be bumped up because the Bengals also have a very favorable schedule.
Well, and the thing
This year,
is
at
like
least right.
the Bengals are always going to live and die by Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, right? Like that is just
Exactly.
how they are going to operate. They would be
Exactly.
foolish to do it any other way, right? Like
Hmm.
clearly your best two players, obviously you want to run your offense through those guys. Um,
Yeah.
and like I think all these guys have the capability of taking over a season. We saw Puka do it last year.
Yep.
But Chase specifically, I think that environment is
Yeah.
just so fantasy friendly in a way
Exactly.
that the Rams and the Seahawks won't necessarily be every year.
Hmm.
Um,
Exactly.
for everybody
Yeah.
asking if you say pretty please, it's just unfortunately I gotta stick to my word. I
What
can't
are
be
they
the guy.
asking?
Oh, they want the best ball draft even if we don't hit on our legs. What if we all
Yeah.
Sammy collectively we asked to do one best ball, pretty please.
I say. I mean, they want it, man. They
They
want it.
do want it. They do want it. I'm gonna do so. Obviously, last night was the first one that I did. We did 3 drafts. I had a ton of
Mhm.
fun. We're gonna do. I will do the site rankings. We 9 more. If we can get 9 more likes while we're showing the site rankings, um, then we can do the best ball drafts. Let's sift through
So that's how
Flockly.
many likes? Nice. Yeah.
We are at 91. Okay.
Mm.
But we're down under 100 concurrents, so I don't know if we need
Ooh.
nine of these 96 to have not liked the stream yet. I don't know how likely it is. Okay,
Yeah.
so nothing. I don't know. I did this last night. Nothing has changed.
Mm.
Danny and I are still dead last based on the expert average, which for this league specifically, not a great look.
Sure.
Let me move Tommy and I's cameras to the top instead of the bottom here, so that we are not blocking the beautiful Stacks and Stone roster. Yeah, man. Danny and I are last by our rankings, but who cares, man? Like they're gonna find out. That's what Danny and I keep saying to each other. Danny is still DMing me at least like 8 to 10 times a day with different training camp stuff, Jalen Waddle hype, Colston Loveland hype,
Uh,
um, Ashton Genty hype, whatever you want, Travis Hunter stuff, of course. So I am, it's nice. I never miss a news nugget, which
mm.
is great. I would hate to miss something, and Danny won't let it happen. We did not pick up Booty. We drafted Kayshon Booty. So most of your dill didn't watch the draft, apparently. Exposed.
Both.
Random Lad, I did not see that. I purposely blinded myself. By the way, Colston Loveland got hip dropped today. An incredibly dirty play by the defender. I was angry.
Mhm.
How like very much worthy of a suspension in my opinion. Let me see if I can find this.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find this thing because this hip drop was nasty, dude.
It's like it's like, is it bad? I haven't seen this yet.
This
is
was
live.
this is brutal, dude. Let me see if I can find it. Of course I can find it. Okay, we're gonna pull it up here.
Scribbles 6. I have the chat point. Is Scribbles? Were you in the Josh and Hayden PPR mock? Let me know. I think I was listening to you as I was stalking shelves as well. Or listening to your
Scribbles
posts.
is Scribbles is everywhere. Scribbles is absolutely everywhere. Okay, here's the so this is from Jeff Mueller. Quite literally a hip drop. No call. Thankfully, Colson Levin wasn't injured, but I was about to be really pissed. Here it is. Dude,
live reaction.
Like, and Tommy's gonna be a little delayed. I know this from being on Zach's stream all the time, waiting for he talks about something, but I have to wait to see it on the screen. Dude, it's brutal. He literally just freaking
oh god,
grabs him by like the horse collar and then literally lifts his entire body into the air, pulls him onto the ground. Terrible.
Thank God, Colson Levin.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Terrible.
Wow, that's bad.
Can't do that, man. You just can't. You can't be doing that. It's not right.
That's bad. Holy crap.
Yeah, man. I would be raging, bro.
How I would imagine Danny was pissed.
Dude, yeah, ban that guy. This guy, like, we got preseason scrubs. I don't even know who it was. Who's 50 on the Bengals? It's who is it? Hayward? Is this Cameron Hayward's shitty linebacker brother or something? I don't know who that guy, but that's the thing. He's a nobody, and he's freaking ruined. He's gonna ruin my flock league season. He doesn't even know who I am.
Yeah. What a piece of work.
Can't have it, man. Can't have it. Okay, guys, really quick before we get out of here. Doesn't look like we're gonna hit the like goal, which is all right. If we'll do 5 questions in the chat that Tommy and I will answer before we hop out of here. So throw those down below.
Yeah. We'll
get 5 questions answered here. Tommy, really thank you for coming on, brother. This was an absolute blast. I knew, after us chatting a little bit in Austin and then at the airport with our little rendezvous, I was like, I definitely want to get Tommy on the stream. So super, super happy we were able to make it happen. You're able to get in the league here. And really appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Very, very grateful for the opportunity again. Super surreal. Not even a month ago, just stressed out of my mind. Listening to you and being like, okay, I'm just gonna get to a Sammy Stack stream and all will be well at work. And now I'm working alongside you in Flock League and Flock Fantasy, and now I'm on your stream. It's just the craziest thing. I could not be more grateful. The past couple of weeks have just been the best time of my life. So thanks for being a big reason for that and a big part of that. And this is the beginning of something super exciting. I'm super pumped.
Heck yeah, dude! Absolutely, you absolutely deserve all these awesome opportunities. So couldn't be happening to a better dude. Most of your dill. Should I trade Neighbors and Chase Brown for Bijan in a 12-team PPR? I already have JSN. Okay, here's what I'm going to need, Most Feared, because I don't like to just answer these questions blankly like this. I need a little bit more information. If this is like a really small starting lineup, I will take the Bijan. If I talked about this in last night's stream a little bit, when you have a trade like this where you're giving 2 for 1, you also have to think about how the other piece on the Bijan side is affected, and I'll explain that in a second. If Chase Brown is swapping in your lineup for Bijan, right? But who is the wide receiver that's now going into your lineup instead of Malik Neighbors? Because if it's like a really small lineup, that could be like Mike Evans. That could be, that could be Brian Thomas. It could be Carnell Tate, right? Depending on, whatever happened. So that changes things a lot. Now, if this is a deep lineup and all of a sudden this is, you're putting Denzel Boston in your lineup instead of Malik Neighbors, then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'd rather have Chase Brown and Neighbors. So I'd say small lineup, me personally, I would be fine making the big upgrade, getting Bijan Robinson in, and it would have to be like a start 7 probably, maybe a 10-man start 7. I'd do that. If it's anything standard, I think I would keep the package. Neighbors and Chase Brown is like a lot of value. Do you have a strong lean here at all, Tommy?
Yeah, this is a really good question.
It's a lot to give
so,
up for Bijan. This is a
yeah,
lot,
I
dude.
think it's too much to give up for Bijan. Could Bijan be Achane where Tua is just peppering him with these dumps and Bijan just smashes this year?
Yeah.
Absolutely right. That's why he's going 102 and in some leagues 101. That no one's saying Bijan's it's ridiculous to value Bijan that high. But Chase Brown could have a similar season, if not better season. The Falcons are looking a little scurry. And Neighbors, yeah, he's banged up, but I think he's gonna be okay. I think it's too much value for Bijan right now on August 22nd. Too much value right now on August 22nd.
All right. Yeah.
That's a great.
Yeah. I think maybe that's like an in-season type of like all-in move that you make. If your like depth is looking really good and your lineup's looking phenomenal as well. Okay. Let me get another one here. This one, I don't even know if this is going to count as one of the 5, but Random Line asked if I do or plan to do any Dynasty content. I did a ton of Dynasty content in the offseason as soon as the Flock League stuff wrapped up. I do have a Dynasty channel, Sammy Sacks Dynasty. Link to that will be in the description of the live stream. Don't know how much there's going to be like in season or anything like that, but as soon as January hits, like I do plan to be in the Dynasty streets once again, making content there. So absolutely I do. Okay. Mike says, is any running back acceptable at the 105 besides CMC? Is there anybody that like goes a little later, even whether it's JT or one of the other guys that you would even think about taking over Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, JT. I do have CMC kind of low. I
Fair,
remember don't draft
fair.
scared, right? That's the theme. That's the theme.
But
of
with
the
your
night.
first round pick, you can't draft a little scared.
Yeah, you should be a little scared with that one. I just really freaking like Achane this year. I really like Saquon Barkley. I have Saquon Barkley RB 4 after JT.
Wow, okay.
So that would be my answer. Lean Barkley Achane before you go CMC. Personally, Sammy, what? I mean, I'm excited. Your answer. I'm interested. Let's see. What do you think?
Look, is anybody acceptable? Sure. Is there anybody I'd take there over Christian McCaffrey? No. The projection is just too good with him. I like the guys on the turn. I like Hampton. I like Genty a lot, who we took in the Flock League. I really like Chase Brown. But like CMC he might be the best fantasy running back of all time. Like it's him, it's LaDainian Tomlinson, like it's the upper echelon. And it is in the twilight of his career, and there will be a year where it's just cooked. And you're just kind of accepting that. Okay. I thought this one was funny. Tommy, when's your next stream? And when are you going to bring Sammy on again? This is your channel now.
What?
This is good for Most Feared Dill. This is funny. This made me laugh.
The Tommy Stacks fantasy?
Tommy Stacks?
23rd fantasy. Yeah. No. Dude, I'm down to stream whenever. I'm not even just saying this because we're on the call right now. I'm being 100% honest here. This is the most fun I've had in a long Flock League week was incredible, and this is in that same mesh of awesome nights that I've had. This has been super fun. Most of my friends in real life don't play fantasy, so this has been really cool to talk fantasy with you and just talk life, talk Drake. So yeah, I've had a great time. Whenever you want, let's do it.
Okay, Sir Dinesh, someone offered me JSN and Tyrone McMillan for AJ Brown and Achane in a 10-team redraft PPR. I already have JT and Kenneth Walker. I am doing a trade already. Is this okay? Well, I'm just going to answer the question. JSN and Tyrone McMillan for AJ Brown and Devon Achane. For me, that's pretty clearly AJ Brown Achane. I think. Even though you already have JT and Kenneth Walker, I would rather keep Devon Achane as my RB3, which is kind of nuts. Yeah, I mean, the Tyrone McMillan downgrade is a little too much for me there, I think.
Golly. Yeah, AJ Brown, Achane wins this, in my opinion, by a landslide.
Okay, let's do one more. This is what I want. Spicy Hot. Let's get a film recommendation from Tommy. And I want, here's what I want. So, Tommy, I want one. I want here's what do I want? I'm like a mainstream guy. You're learning this, right? So I want something really good that you really like, but it's not like for the nerds. You know, it's not for the film nerds. It's not for the, you know, the pretentious crowd. You know,
Okay.
like what hit me with something.
Yeah, a film that I've seen recently that doesn't try to be pretentious. It just is what it is, but yet it's still an incredible film from both the filmmaking standpoint and entertainment slash mainstream, if that's what we're calling it standpoint. Is it's called Roofman. If you've seen it already,
I've seen Roofman.
Okay, good. Roofman is really good and like pretty deep for how silly
I really
the
liked
story
it.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty nuts. Have man, I always when I was telling Zach this because Zach and I were talking films. This is absolutely the more like quote unquote like pretentious and
Sure.
artsy side.
Yeah.
The Rover, and it's an earlier A24 movie with Robert Pattinson and Guy Pearce. When people are like, "Hey, give me a film to watch," you haven't seen The Rover because no one's seen it, and if you have, W. But The Rover it's a film that stays with you after a while, and it's different. It's different from anything you've ever seen. So I'll recommend The Rover, and then, man, I want to give you something where you can just like turn it on, and get going because there's a lot of good films like that.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Whatever. One of. Yeah. See, like, I'll look. I trust you, man. I will absolutely. I mean, like the next time, me and my girlfriend. I feel like this is like everybody's experience, but like we have the worst time trying to find something to watch.
Oh yeah.
It's terrible. Yeah. We end up like just watching like there's this travel YouTube couple.
Nice.
And we just always fall back to them. Like we're like, okay. They went on like some they went on some cruise ship. Let's just watch this instead of trying to pick a show or a movie or something.
Yeah.
But
that's awesome.
I mean, dude, I'll throw The Rover on. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Rover's crazy. Rover's really good. Rover's Rover's good. The Brutalist is a recent film I've really enjoyed. Train Dreams is on Netflix. Anyone can watch it.
That was Oscar nominated. That was Best Picture nominated, right?
Exactly.
That's a good one. I mean,
Train Dreams
if it's nominated for Best Picture, of course it's good.
It was my favorite film of 2025. It touched me in a way that I can't even begin to describe. It really touched my heart.
So this is the thing. Yeah. Like with the movie stuff, me and my brother decided. My brother like is more of a movie guy than I am. But he's definitely more of a movie guy than I am. I'm like, I just, me and my girlfriend love going to the movies, but it's like, we'll see, like, we'll just see whatever's playing. It's not like we're seeking out the Oscar nominated stuff. But my brother asked me if he wanted, or if I wanted the two of us to sort of try and watch all of the Best Picture nominations.
Nice.
So we would like know all of them. And it didn't happen at all. We watched like 3 of them, but we were going to Punta Cana for a little vacation in like February. And we watched Bugonia on the way there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the type of movie where I'm like, this is not for me. This is this movie was not made with me with my type of consumption in mind at all.
Okay. Yeah,
I get that it's a good movie. It's the same way like how it's like how Anora won Best Picture. It's like I understand that this is a good movie. It is just not for me, and that's fine.
That is why this recommendation is so hard, because Begonia and Anora is totally for me. Like I gave both those films 5 stars on Letterboxd, and I just it's right up my alley, which I love. This is my favorite kind of conversation to have.
I haven't even seen Anora, and I just know my girlfriend watched it. And she was like, and she's like the same way, and she knows like what we sort of like. Sure. She was like, "What the hell did I just watch?"
Dude, Anora's crazy, but it's like same thing with like what I was saying earlier. My favorite genre is drama. Like it's so realistic though. That's why I love Anora. Like Anora could happen in real life. It's just and I think
whereas like
so
I'm like let me love. What is it? Oh my God. I'm so bad with remembering names. The movie that just came out, Ryan Gosling and The Rock. What is this movie called?
Ryan Gosling. Oh, Project Hail Mary?
Yeah. Like Project Hail Mary, literally Mount Rushmore for me. Like that movie, I loved that movie so much. It was incredible. I'm like, I'm not, you literally just said like, this could literally happen. Okay, Ryan Gosling's not going to space and talking to a rock, So that we know of. You got to stretch the imagination a little bit more, for sure. But yeah. Okay. All right, great. No, that's dope. That's exactly what we needed. And it's good timing, Tommy, because for some reason your Discord image has frozen, and I'm not even enough of a vet to troubleshoot this on my end. So because I can on the Discord, I can see you perfectly fine, but on the stream you're frozen now. So really appreciate everybody for hanging out. This was an absolute blast having Tommy on. We will 100% be doing this again. So don't fret if you enjoyed the Tommy stream. We will definitely have him back on. I will be live sometime within the next few days for sure. So keep an eye out for that. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a great week. Tommy, thanks again for coming on. Absolutely. All right. Appreciate you guys. Chat. Leave a like on the way out. Subscribe.